Which one's your favorite? Mine's Tracer. She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here.
Before me, I see the future.
You know there's more out there, don't you?
Even the best journeys end. But a new one is right around the corner.
He's coming up. He lays out the shatter. He's able to pick up a couple. Three eliminations by himself, essentially. You got a high noon coming out of Blizz. Oh, able to pick up Saigon. That's a huge pick for them. Gonna get some shots on the Doomfist. Blizz goes down. Sao snipers. The Nemi with the pulse bomb takes down Sao and Water Diablo. That is a DPS and a support down from one ult there. And I've seen a lot of games get won because simply of a Genji ult. There's that play of the game. Benji with the triple knockoff right there. Tracer trying to get in there. We've got Signup. Oh, big shots there on bot man. Let's Shapiro with the just rack it and send it. Now we've got a Discord orb on Ryan, and he's gonna pop that ult with a negate the pulse bomb there. Huge play by Zen. Train goes down. Nice job, and then we're gonna demech. Oh my gosh, Benji popping off. Don't challenge him. Don't challenge him. Leave him alone.
Who dares confront me?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition. My name is Rad Savage, your play-by-play caster this evening, and I'd like to welcome my co-caster and game analyst, Luminestra. How are we feeling today, Lumi?
Oh, I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic. Excited for tonight. We have some incredible teams, and I am ready to get into the action. Tonight, we're in for an epic showdown featuring some of the most skilled players from Twitch and Kick. The competition will be fierce, and our competitors are going to need to be at their best if they want to come out on top and be crowned the victor of the Dragonblade Arena 6v6 edition. Now, as part of our ongoing commitment to supporting our community, we are excited that we are contributing $210 to the prize pool for tonight's tournament. We can't wait to see the action unfold and find out who's going to come out on top. Now, whether you're here supporting your favorite player, to learn new strategies, or simply to enjoy the show, there's no better place to be tonight. But before we dive too deep into the action, let's take a moment to talk about how you can take your involvement to the KTN to the next level. If you're a creator or a business looking to advertise in the KTN, visit our website, fill out our sponsorship application to secure your advertising space during our tournaments. We accept sponsors and advertisers from content creators, brands, creators, and organizations out there looking for additional exposure. Now, Rad, tell us how our community members can get involved with the KTN tournaments.
Absolutely, Lumi. So to those of you who are interested in participating in future tournaments or leagues, please be sure to head over to our website at kicktournamentnetwork.com, where you can find all of our socials, the event scoreboard, and upcoming tournaments as well. KTN is a community-driven tournament organization, and we want to see players like you join us in our upcoming events. We currently host tournaments for a wide range of games and are quickly expanding into even more in the months ahead. Please keep in mind that literally anyone can join. You do not have to be a pro player, so if you love the game and you want to join, you should definitely do so. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the event itself. So, the first map in tonight's rotation is Lijiang Tower. This is a control map where teams will fight to hold the center point in a King of the Hill style game mode. The first team to reach 100% on the objective will be declared the winner of that round. And then second in the rotation is Midtown. This is a hybrid map where in the first round, teams will attempt to capture a control point and then escort a payload up to 2 additional objectives as well. The team who pushes the payload the furthest will be declared the winner of that match. And in the event of a 1-1 tie, the tiebreaker in our rotation is going to be New Queen Street. This is a push map where teams will fight over control of a robot. The team that pushes the robot the furthest will be declared victorious. Our teams tonight will put their skills to the test in a single elimination league where they will fight for survival and strive to take that top spot and be crowned tonight's victor. Lumi, would you do me a favor and tell us about the map overlay and details?
Yeah, I'm excited to see the Lijiang Tower. A lot of people's favorite map is upcoming. I'm also really, is it bad to say that I'm kind of hoping we see some ties? I love New Queen Street. I love the lanes that the creators brought forward. I love the abilities to take the high ground, the low ground, cutting through some of the alleyways. It's such a unique and creative map. So I'm hoping that we get to see a little bit of that coming forward. Rad, can you tell us how the event is going to be scored tonight?
Absolutely. Scoring in the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition is based on the integrated systems of the game modes Control, Hybrid, and Push. Teams earn points through a match format where they compete in a series of 3 maps. Each map win will contribute to a team's overall score. A team must score 2 points in order to be declared the winner of that matchup. Lumi, are there any returning players or anything like that you're looking forward to watching compete in tonight's event, or any newcomers that you're really rooting for, and why is that?
I'd be remiss to say that when I was looking at the scoreboard and I saw that WiWipop was back in action, I'm pretty excited about that. We saw them in one of our previous Marvel Rivals tournaments, so now that we get a chance to see them in Overwatch back in action, I'm excited to see our 2 teams, the Black Claw and the Hotties, go head-to-head tonight. Right now, that's going to be our first matchup. Speaking of the matchup, Rad, we are introducing something new this time around. We're introducing hero bans. Could you maybe explain who's going to be banned tonight for this specific match?
I absolutely can. So, as far as hero bans are concerned, if you've ever played something like competitive Rainbow Six Siege, that is basically the same concept. So in competitive formats, a lot of the time you're going to want to deal with, you don't want to deal with specific operators in a game like Overwatch or Rainbow or whatever. So essentially, both teams can choose, more or less, to basically ban 2 people. So there's going to be 2 ops from each team banned, adding, which will obviously total of 4. So the 4 ops that are actually going to be banned in this one, I am just being told. So Black Claw and Hotties, I believe, is going to be the first matchup, and they have chosen Genji, Widowmaker, Zarya, and Sombra. So Zarya, if you're not familiar, loves to bubble. She's really, really good. She can pump up a lot of damage. Widowmaker, absolutely incredible DPS from a distance and gives wall hacks with her ultimate. Genji, very, very mobile and difficult to deal with. And Sombra, very, very effective at disrupting the opponent and just getting out of dodge. We are being told that we're going to be pausing a match due to a spectator bug, but it will be resolved shortly. That said, as far as the bans are concerned, we're going to have, like I said, those 4 characters, excuse me. So Genji, Widowmaker, Zarya, and Sombra are the 4. Definitely a lot of speedy, very kind of just brawler fast, very disruptive characters, which I definitely don't like to see. But I know that a really, really good player is going to be sad to see those go because they are devastating.
Yeah, we did see just now, we got a little sneak peek at what the matchups are going to be, and I'm wondering if they're going to stay with the Roadhog. I'm hoping to see some pulls maybe off of the bridge coming up. We'll see if we can get some cheeky plays, maybe sneak in a few of those, but it's looking like the teams are getting set and ready to go. Is there any character you think tonight in particular is going to be almost permabanned? I've seen in other games there's often like 1 or 2 heroes that are really focused on. Is there 1 or 2 you think tonight that's going to be the focus?
Well, so in my opinion, there is such an incredibly wide range of operators that you're going to be dealing with from time to time in Overwatch that, you know, it's a little different than something like Siege, you know? Like, on Siege, you're going to have almost the same 4 people banned every single time. With that said, in something like Overwatch, it's such a huge roster and there's so many counters to so many different things that, I mean, it's a tough call. If I was going to guess, if I had the choice of the bans,
Yep.
I think I would probably ban Genji, unless, of course, I had just an absolute monstrous Genji on my team. He is so hard to shoot, so hard to keep track of. Here's a weird one for me. And this is going to be a hot take for a lot of people. I might ban Mercy. I might ban Mercy.
Oh.
All right, hear me out.
Yeah, I'm listening.
While we're, you know, I mean, so as far as Mercy's concerned, a really, really good Mercy player is very, very hard to shoot. Their positioning is absolutely just so frustrating to deal with. And then that blue beam, the yellows. Yes, it's not. Okay, we're coming back. Anyways. All right, so let's take a look at the team composition here. Black Claw is looking like they're going a little bit more poke-oriented. And then the Hotties is still queuing up. We're going to see what they're going to work on here. It's looking like maybe poke as well. Interesting. Poke v poke, potentially?
Maybe.
Interesting. All right, so we are pushing forward here. It looks like Black Claw, I think, has already taken almost entire... Wow. Really, really nice. I don't know how Black Claw got there so fast. That was a very, very nice play. So they've gotten center control. They're going to hold it down. And Lumi, how about you take it away for us?
Yeah, so it's looking like each team are going to kind of try to get to this point, but early on, oh my gosh, as I said, that Black Claw is still getting the point, capping it. Gets an elimination early here.
Very, very nice trap coming out of the Junkrat. We have a Junkrat can be such a frustrating character to play against. Very, very nice. Excellent takedown on the pylon. Granted, they did lose the healer and a lot of control there, but Junkrat, absolutely monstrous character DPS-wise to fight against. Just being able to pop those bouncing grenades everywhere, and it was shocking amount of damage too. Soldier over here holding down the right lane for Black Claw. Looks like that is Big Sully dealing a lot of damage, just holding him back. Very, very poke-oriented, and they're able to hold this lane because they took center control early. So much faster than the Hotties were able to.
Yeah, I think the Black Claw were just very coordinated, moved up quick. Whoa! And then the Junkrat goes down very quickly, and now it looks like Team Hotties are up by 2 here. Let's see if they can capitalize on it.
Okay, bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a crash in the game. We will be picking that back up in just a second. So I guess while we're waiting, I'll just ask Lumi the same question here. Are there any characters, if you were going to pick 2 characters to ban, what would yours be?
Oh, the first and foremost has got to be Genji. I despise going up against a really good Genji that can just dive. Listen, as a support main, anybody that's able to just dive me and make my day miserable, I want them out.
I agreed.
So on that kind of same tune, a good Doomfist, no thank you. I don't want anything to do with you. We know in the past, in previous tournaments, we've had some excellent Doomfist come through. Yeah. So for me, get Doom and get Genji out of there. We can kind of deal with a lot of other different comps, but those 2 in particular, And then you know what? Maybe a Bastion because, you know,
Bastion, I don't like that. Not my baby.
Listen, okay? Just sitting back there having a great time, just getting his little turret form, you know?
Listen, especially with the new perk upgrades, you can go back to the mobile tank. I mean, come on, man. You know, who doesn't love that? I will say as well that I have played against some painful hamsters. I might ban hamster over almost anything else at this point. But I mean, there's just so many good ops in the game. I mean, there's so many counters to everything, and it's just fascinating. So Lumi, from what we've seen so far in the gameplay, what we've seen so far in the gameplay, it's looking like we've got a lot of control coming out of Black Claw. Hottie's really doing a nice job trying to take it back. But if you were going to tell me a little bit about what you think is going down in the match right now, how would you describe current map control?
Yeah, I like what the Black Claw is doing. They have the Junkrat, who's just does a lot of the splash damage, and then you have the Soldier, who's very precise. So I think those 2 DPS together, and combined with like their shield tank and then their healers, I think it's going to be a really good matchup between a lot of damage being output in the games. So I'm excited to see, you know, how they're going to continue to take that to the next step, take it forward, who they're going to be able to, you know, pinpoint. Are they going to be able to get the backline out quickly, or are they just going to be able to absolutely destroy the frontline tanks who, you know, are going to take so much damage from these really strong DPS characters?
So Lumi, bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to cut in. I'm getting told by our production designer here that we are on track. We're coming back as we speak. Supposedly it was a full just game crash. So we should be back momentarily, hopefully. But it is all equipment contingent. So we're working as fast as we can here. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We will be continuing this as we come able to.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, these are big games that are hard on computers. We all know that. DCs and crashes are going to happen. So, you know, hopefully it's just the first game and we get the little kinks out of the way and we can just move forward with a perfect, swimmingly fine tournament for the rest of the day. But we'll see.
That would be very nice. So, Lumi, you said you are a support main, yes?
Yep.
Who is your favorite character to play with?
Don't hate me, okay? Just hate, you know, don't come at me for this one, but I am a huge Moira fan. The amount of damage that she can put out with the amount of healing that can be put, and
Moira's intense. Listen, I am a tank main, okay, and I love a lot of tanks that get sucked by Moira, and it is not great for me as a tank.
Yep. Yeah.
But she is just so hard to deal with. Very, very nice choice.
Yes. You know, the fade-ins that you're able to just get out of a really tough situation. I love the ability to do that. And honestly, being able to play so aggressive, her damage can be just crazy and loads of damage if you play your cards right. And now with the perks too, you know, the healing orb, the other team takes less healing when your healing orb is like accidentally passing through them as well. You bounce those off the walls and oh my goodness, the amount of things that she can do now is, the perk system, I really like this new perk system. It just it just freshens it up.
I haven't actually messed with the perks too much on Moira. Like, what are her perks even do?
Listen, you're asking me very specific questions, and I've only played with the perk systems a few times now. No, it's okay. So I don't know all of them off the top of my head because I was just messing around with every hero to try to get to know their perks. But the one perk that I keep choosing is that her healing orb, if it passes through the enemy, I don't know the exact percentage, but it stops them from receiving a certain amount of percentage of healing. So it's just like
so
a
it
nice
acts
little...
the same way as like a DPS like shot does?
So it just lessens their amount of healing they can receive.
Okay, it looks like we are back in, I think. Okay, yes. Okay, it looks like the Hotties, I think, will actually missed the beginning of the match, ladies and gentlemen, which would explain why they were so late taking Central Point.
Yes.
So we're restarting the entire match to ensure fairness. So yeah, it's looking like we have got 15 seconds before the poo hits the fan here. So let's see what we've got. We've got very, very interesting. So what's interesting about the 6v6 gameplay style is you can do two very, very different tanks. And what's interesting as well is they're actually picking the same two tanks. Both Black Claw and Hotties coming in here hot. Black Claw Central moving up now. It looks about 50-50. Looks like Hottie's taking the high ground here, but they're letting them take Central Point again. Interesting. They didn't contest that at all at the left side.
No, and it's unfortunate that they didn't learn from that previous fight. You've got to push in there. You've got to be a little aggressive. And as I say that, the Hotties gets the first pick.
Oh my God. Okay, I might stand corrected here. Very, very nice plays coming out of Saudi. It is very, very difficult, folks, to play a good Junker Queen. She is very, very difficult to deal with. That bleed effect that she has is so intense. Her pulls and just the debuffs. I think Stout, wow. We're pausing again.
We're getting word that we're not sure what's happening here. It looks like we got another crash.
Okay, so I am being told, folks, sorry about that. We are actually going to switch to a different matchup to try to help this competitor fix whatever's going on with their PC. Hopefully that winds up being fixed. fairly quickly, but it looks like if we're switching to another matchup, it'll be around 30-ish minutes. So I guess we'll just go ahead and keep talking here for a second while we are waiting for the next matchup. So production, can I get details on the next two teams that are competing? So Livy, will you go ahead and take it away for me for a second here and talk about, like, how do you feel about the 6v6, having the two tanks, having the two DPS and all that kind of stuff? Do you feel that having two different individual tanks on a team is a good thing or a bad thing for Overwatch 2?
I miss the 6v6. I know it's a hot topic. I know some people hate it, some people love it, but just the fact that you have an extra tank to just be able to trade off of, you know, instead of just being the sole, you know, I want to say provider almost of your team, where when it's just one tank, if you get burned down, then it's almost like the rest of your team's kind of doomed to fail. Whereas at least if you have a secondary tank, that if one goes down, it's not as impactful on the game, that you can still have the opportunity to counter it and still have at least one big presence in the front line for your team. So hopefully with that, with now seeing the 6v6, especially in this tournament, hopefully your competitors are going to be able to utilize that second tank and really, you know, have these incredible, massive, balanced battles that are going to be taking place.
Okay, so thank you for that. It is looking like I have just been told by production. Sorry, we are communicating. I swear, I'm full here. So it is Team WiWipop. Very interesting name. I like it. And then Team Kangaroo. So that is going to be the next matchup. And you said, Lumi, that WiWipop had actually played in a tournament before, correct? It was a Rivals tournament?
Yeah, Marvel Rivals tournament. They actually won it. They took it home.
Really?
Yes,
Very nice.
they did. Yes, I'm excited to see, you know, who's going to be back on the team, who's going to be on that roster. I had an opportunity to play with some of the WiWipop members, and my goodness, they are absolutely cracked. A few carries to some higher levels in at a different game, but I didn't realize that, you know, they were coming into this tournament in some Overwatch, so I'm excited.
Well, I mean, I think the beautiful part about, in my opinion at least, I think the beautiful part of switching between something like Marvel Rivals to Overwatch is going to be, you know, it's pretty comparable as far as everything is concerned. So let's see here. Looks like we are creating the game. It is WiWipop and okay. We're having some interesting production sideline things that are happening right now while we are dealing with some of the technological issues that some of our competitors are having. So bear with us, chat. I am seeing a couple things on screen that you might not be seeing. It's difficult to tell. So as far as the what we were talking about with Marvel Rivals and with Overwatch, very, very similar gameplay style, especially with the 6v6. Because if I'm not mistaken, I've played Marvel Rivals like twice in my life. Bear with me, chat. But Marvel Rivals, I've been told I have to try Venom. So I don't know. In chat, tell me what your favorite Marvel Rivals tank is and your favorite, Overwatch 2 tank is, because I'm always curious to hear what people's favorites are. With that said, very, very comparable. 2-2-2. 2 support, 2 whatever, all that kind of stuff. But what's interesting about Marvel Rivals is you can kind of choose a much wider variety. I kind of like the fact that Overwatch 2 has you locked down to 2-2-2. I feel like it makes things more complicated in a more competitive way. Like you have to be really specific about where we're going. All right, I am seeing gameplay starting. Production, can I get a confirmation on that? Yes, okay. So, bear with us, chat. So we have got Team WiWipop, Team Kangaroo, jumping in here, and we are going to start seeing some of the picks here. What are the bans for these? All right, so we have 4 new bans for this one. Sorry about that. I was very confused for a second when I saw the Genji. But as this is a new match, they have requested their own 4 bans. So for this one, they have banned Zarya again. Interesting. The back-to-back Zarya ban is there. I mean, I love Zarya as a tank personally, but it is Zarya, Zenyatta, Reaper, and Venture. So we are seeing a interesting combination here from Team WiWipop. The D.Va combined with the Ramatra is a very, very interesting choice here.
Yeah, we're
so D.Va, go ahead.
No, I was just going to see we're potentially going to see a lot of dive coming actually from both teams here. Ooh!
Oh. All right, so that was a little bit of a push too far from people. Doomfist, absolutely incredible tank, did attempt to get a push, knocks many of them back, not quite off the edge though. little bit production. What? Anyways,
my goodness,
very
we just
nice
got
control from here.
Breaded Turtle. Breaded Turtle just came in with a triple elimination. Kangaroo taking the point first.
Absolutely phenomenal play. A good Orisa is very, very difficult to deal with. She's a very, very brawly style of character, gets up in the face and just pushes people around. She's a bully, but she's very, very good.
She was my choice as well. And we got Bread Turtle again with the first pick here on this team fight.
Yeah, Team Kangaroo is really doing a phenomenal job of keeping WiWipop off of the point. Breaded Turtle using her Orisa control, basically that javelin spin is so good, a lot of knockback, and then Beeple using his Doom Fist to reorient behind the opponent and then just kind of stomp. It's very, very interesting to see this play.
Yeah, we got Mew on the Ashe, was just absolutely causing so much damage in the fight. And here we go again.
Excellent control coming out of Kangaroo and going into WiWipop. That is 4-5 down. That is going to be a lot of control coming out of Kangaroo.
That is another team wipe. Kangaroo, I love that they're kind of holding all of these angles. They're saying, we're not even going to let you get a chance to come to the point. We're going to hold strong. We're going to hold this line and not even let you get an inch right now.
So part of the problem with that style of gameplay, not that there's anything wrong with it, but if you split, it's a lot easier for a team to push up as a group and take you down. That's one of the issues that I typically have when I feel a little too frisky as a tank. Excellent takedown. Genji coming in with the triple. Phenomenal takedown from Drew.
Yes, we just saw Ladies Man get a double pick though on WiWipop, and let's see if they can go ahead and get back onto the point, or if the WiWipop is going to be able to capitalize here. Now it's a 3v3 situation potentially. We got, is it Mew? How do we say Ash's name there? Nujiki potentially. We got, these eliminations are going back and forth. Ladies man, Bread getting eliminations here. Kangaroo, wow. Looks like they're staying on top.
WiWipop is not able to take back the control. Kangaroo coming in. Breaded Turtle. That Orisa is just so strong. She golded, really held down, protected, and stomped him out. Ladies man being very disruptive coming in the back line. Tracer, it might not look like they're doing much, but a good Tracer is rough to deal with. Phenomenal usage of the ult from Sigma there. Sen is absolutely slapping that. Oh, that Orisa pole gets taken down. No, nice try, Hunter.
Wow, the
really,
first
really nice
round gone to Kangaroo.
Kangaroo had a lot of control there. I'm not 100% sure what we could have done there to mix it up. It looks like WiWipop did actually try to kind of mix and match and modify, but the late game poke swap was not enough to contend with the Orisa. The Orisa is just such a good all-around tank just in general. I'm really curious to see what they do to counter this. Sen switching to Orion here.
Yeah, so it looks like they're changing up their comp for sure to try to figure out how to maneuver this team. Bread, kudos to him, is taking so much space, is creating so much of that like forward line that they just can't seem to get through, and they're doing a great job. You know, the support's keeping them alive, so let's see what they do here.
Using the Doomfist launch to take instant control, Kangaroo really, really fast up here. We see a Symmetra play. It looks like potentially coming up from WiWipop, but the interesting, Sen didn't take it down.
No, we've got now Beeple getting elimination from Kangaroo, just trying to hold the point. I like what Kangaroo's doing. They're on the point first. They're holding it down.
Oh, look at that! Moon, Cheeky, what the heck, man? Not like that. That was a phenomenal triple play. Absolutely incredible. If you've never used Ashe, she is such a strong operator. If you can hit your ranged plays, that very, very nice plays, taking out the control sentry turrets from the Symmetra on the enemy team. And WiWipop is having a difficult time maintaining this control.
I love what this team is doing. They're playing so aggressive. Look at that. Almost all the way into their spawn. It's just getting eliminations after eliminations here. Oh, and Kangaroo, it just looks like two of their members either fell off the map or jumped off the map here.
I don't know.
I'm not quite sure what just happened here, but
either way, maybe it was a happy accident for WiWipop to be able to push up here and see what's going on. Tracer holding that back line, very disruptive. Oh my goodness! What a play on Soldier. I wasn't sure if it stuck. What a shot. Very, very nice control. Still disruptive and holding that entire team back just by harrying.
We got WiWipop getting an elimination here. Kevin was getting involved, but it looks like WiWipop might be able to get in, but the Ash coming out with the Bob. Let's see if he actually does something. Majuki getting, oh my goodness, there it is.
Dude! This Ash is a monster. Majuki is absolutely slaying right now. Can he take, oh, through the rock? I don't know what kind of latency that was, but that hurt my feelings. That was a beautiful shot, though.
I'm loving the pressure that these guys are putting on. And it's not just like a one team. The entire team is just really working as, you know, cohesively. If you're watching the kill cams here, you're actually seeing 2-3 people involved in each eliminations.
And for what it's worth to our viewers watching from home and not participating in the tournament, I want to point out that WiWipop is not doing a bad job here. They're actually crushing it right now. The problem is the Kangaroo has so much control, and they're just really very, very aggressive from the sides. And then doing a good job of maintaining just being hidden. So WiWipop doing a phenomenal job here, actually manages to push a little bit past. We've got somebody trying to back cap right now. It's not going to be enough, though. Holy moly. Wow, that control from Kangaroo.
Yeah, Drew tried his best, tried to get the Symmetra on, almost got the cap. Look at that, if you see how close it was. But Kangaroo realizes it, pull back, and here we go. The domination that Kangaroo just displayed in this first round. Remember, it's best 2 out of 3 here. Well, the first to score the 2 points. So we're going to see if Kangaroo can hold this, or if WiWipop is going to be able to take this next point from them.
Oh, man, what a play of the game with this was. Breaded Turtle, just absolutely monstrous with those Orisa, just javelins, blocks, everything. Winds up getting, oh my, so many kills. Watching it again, you're just like, oh, God. But I will say as well, I have definitely been WiWipop in that position where I have been just, I can't get out of my spawn because the opponent has so much control. Production, one more time. The next map, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Midtown, I'm being informed, as we've already talked about at the beginning of the tournament here. And we should be getting started very, very soon. Lumi, was there any plays during that last match that you thought were particularly impressive or fun to watch or anything?
The ladies man, the cheeky little stain behind the doorway and not showing themselves until the soldier passes with the tank and is able to get that pick, that was just devastation. WiWipop thought that they were going to have an opportunity to move up, and then just being so sneaky like that, just understanding the map lanes, just kudos to ladies man for seeing that and taking that opportunity.
Very, very nice. And honestly, I'll give credit to WiWipop. Whoever tried to do that back cap, that was a ballsy play, and I am here for it. It did not pan out, but that does not mean it was not a good attempt.
No, absolutely. You got to do something at that point, right? And like I said, it was Drew. He was so close. This man is a monster of a player. And, you know, it's interesting because I know a lot of these WiWipop players, and they are phenomenal players. So the fact that Kangaroo was just able to hold them here, they're just going to have to switch up their composition and try to figure out what's going to work against this team.
WiWipop or Kangaroo? Wow, I have just been told that apparently the entirety of Team Kangaroo is currently playing on controller as well, which if you've ever played Overwatch on a controller, I'm even more impressed now than I was before. Holy moly. With that said, it does look like we've got Sen switching to more of a pokey style, but we've got that hog on WiWipop as well, just pushing out aggressively. Good heals going out to the cast. And then Team Kangaroo really locking it down. Does take down the Genji, which is going to be unfortunate.
Yeah, Bread just showing, again, dominance on tank here. He'll get some pig, but Majuki coming in with the back-to-back. And again, if you look at the kill feed here, you're seeing that 3-4 people are getting involved in every one of these eliminations. Bread cleaning up with, I believe, a 4 or 5 pieces there.
Very, very ballsy play here. So what we're seeing from Team Kangaroo is a lot of team confidence.
Wait, are they capping right now? Oh my!
Ooh, I didn't even notice that. Kangaroo is back capping. Wait, what?
So Kangaroo is just so aggressive, pushing in, and is not allowing WiWipop to set up here, and they get the first push here.
Oh my
Oh my
lord.
goodness.
The level of SmackDown. Seeing oh my god, I just blanked on his name. Ball guy. Darn it. He's literally my favorite tank. Sigma, thank you. That was killing me inside. Seeing a Sigma get up in the faces of an opponent like that is painful to watch, but it's something I very much enjoy to do. I will say that if done incorrectly, it is really, really bad for your team. But it's looking like they're doing a phenomenal job of it. He's pushing up just enough to take control. And the rock on the enemy Sig, not like this.
Oh my goodness, Kangaroo just constantly pushing, applying so much pressure. Look at Coven, who's the healer, is getting so much value. Mizuki, again, the ladies man coming in with the Ashe, showing their, abilities to switch characters. They're switching. Ladies man is now Ashe, and Mizuki is now Tracer, showing that they can do both here. Hyper does get the elimination on the Tracer.
Oh my lord, the dynamite play followed by the shot out of the air. Does a little bit of AoE damage to loop it around that doorway. Very, very nice play. High IQ.
Wow.
Oh my lord. Ladies man is just a monster. I mean, yes, that was the bobble, but still the placement.
Just put it on a clinic for us. Look at these shots. Ladies man Coven getting both eliminations here.
The fact that this Ashe is playing on a controller is melting my brain right now. I can't do that on an M&K.
No, me neither. We got Bread Turtle getting into the action again, pushing in, putting in so much pressure. It's unbelievable to see how much pressure Kangaroo is putting. They have 1 to 2 players on the cart, and then the rest are just pushing up, creating so much space.
Absolutely incredible plays. Breaded Turtle coming in with the, oh my, what an ult. No, oh God, not like that. Takes down the Mei, a good Mei player, very difficult to deal with. Disruptive blocks off, Breaded Turtle can't get away, is not able to clinch it. Unfortunate, what an attempt.
And again, Coven getting right into the mix, causing, a lot of healing, but so much damage is being output by this Lucio. It's unreal. Wow. That was a dominant performance. There is 4 minutes remaining on this clock.
Which, if you guys have not played competitive Overwatch, what that means is the opponent has roughly 4 minutes to try to do what they just did. So we're going to see. Can WiWipop take that control? I mean, it is a little bit different. You've got defenders, attackers. It's not quite an even playing field. But I believe, I believe, man. You guys got this.
Again, these are phenomenal players that are just... Kangaroo is just asserting so much dominance. I love the amount of space that they're creating for their team and just working as such a unit. The accuracy of these players is just unbelievable. If you're WiWipop, you almost go back and say, you know what, let's try something maybe completely different, because what we're doing right now isn't working. So, let's really try to get a comp that's going to be maybe more like focus target, where you're getting 1 by 1 and really just like picking them off, because I don't know, how do you compete against a team that is dominating like this?
It's very, very difficult to do. And I will say as well that the most important thing anytime that this is happening to you, if you happen to be in WiWipop's position, is to just not lose your cool. You need to take a second, not panic, back it up, and work as a team to take out one, then another, and then another. The longer you let them set up, the worse it is, but at the same time, you really want to, if you lose 2 or 3 people from your squad, you really need to regroup. It's better to regroup than to lose.
Yes. So it looks like we got Hunter on switching it up here. Oh my goodness, Kangaroo. Look.
Oh my goodness, Breaded Turtle is just a monster. They really just like holding that spawn. To be fair, I love doing that as a tank, but my teammates never let me do it. It's very disrespectful.
They're switching it up some more here. We got Drew on the Moira. I'm excited to see this play from him. We got Hunter, who's switching to Maga. Neo's coming in with the Kirikou. So so we'll see how this goes.
Oh my, the control is insane. Turtle just is a monster. Dude, this tank is a machine.
Bread Turtle just showing everybody how many
kills is that?
Far too many for me to count. This is easily, he must be on 20. Just on these 2 like this round in a bit already. But
I think WiWipop really needs to stick back. He needs to chill. He needs to hold. He's getting the blue beam from the friendly Mercy, and it is just not going well for WiWipop. WiWipop, if they rotate to the right side and exit, they can take out a couple on the other side. Oh, you love to see the Cowboy Bebop skins.
Hyper gonna get a pick here. We got Bread coming in, trying to get the ult off. Doesn't get it. There we go. WiWipop.
Let's go, WiWi. I believe. Push up, man. I believe.
Beautiful shots by Oka to clean up there, get the last 2 eliminations. And it looks like they'll at least be able to set up on point, try to hold out now here. Beautiful
Great
shots.
from Oka. Let's go.
This is what they need to do. We need WiWipop to just really work together here. Manga coming in.
Oh, people. The high noon whiffs. No. Great takedowns from Muji. Absolutely. Oh, my goodness. A good Tracer is so hard to deal with. What a phenomenal shot. Ladies man just doesn't miss. This is wild to watch.
For an entire team that's on controller, they all do not miss. It is unbelievable to watch this.
Holy moly. The level of control that we're experiencing right now is crazy. It is so frustrating to be in WiWipop's position right now. I have been there. I will say as well, they can come back. They were so close. They got 2 bars of the 3. All they got to do is hold. Good shots coming out of the Bastion here. Hyper drops some area control. Breaded Turtle holding that corner. Not overextending. Very, very good plays from the Sigma.
Ladies, man, though, once again, just dominating, getting another elimination. Oh, Mizuki again with the double. Coven getting involved.
The heels on Turtle. What is happening?
This
Putting
is
on a clinic.
Unbelievable. Like you just mentioned, the healers also from Kangaroo. Let's not forget about them because they are keeping their team alive through all of this. WiWipop is putting out damage, but it doesn't seem to be because the healers are just doing such a great job. Here we go, big ult.
Oh, what an ult! No way! The plays! Oh my God, the quad takedown is insane. I will say this: that Sigma Breaded Turtle here is doing a phenomenal job of holding that corner. So by holding that corner, he can peek and poke. That is what makes Sigma such an incredibly good poke style tank, is that he can peek around that corner, throw out his balls, and then jump back behind the corner, take some heals, do whatever it is, and then hold it, lock it down, hit that ultimate, do a rock. Very, very disruptive. Good grab! No, good try. Wow. Dude, absolutely. Wow, that was some team cohesion coming out of Kangaroo. That was wild to watch. I mean, I'm gonna watch them play the game again. I'm just gonna sit here in silence. I love Sigma. Wow, man, that was such a good takedown. God, so much control.
And to just identify the targets and go for them, each and knowing, okay, let's go for the weaker targets, then let's go for the tanks afterwards. You know, put the poor squishes in that game.
Oh my gosh.
Again, I cannot emphasize the fact that WiWipop are such strong contenders. Kangaroo might have gone 2-0, and they showed what a team that is so united that play a lot of Overwatch together. I'm assuming it's a team that plays often together, and if not, you guys might need to make an official team because that was incredible to watch. Crazy. Teams moving forward are going to have to kind of take a look at this map and this matchup and say, you know, maybe we need to start banning maybe Orisa, maybe Sigma, you know, maybe Ashe. The amount of damage that each DPS was able to do with Ashe and Tracer and Lucio, it's kind of like, okay, pick and choose. You only get to ban 2. So really consider, take a look at what just happened here and moving forward, make smart bans because, wow, Kangaroo just showed us that they are here to play and they are here to potentially win. What a dominant performance on their part.
I will say as well that I don't see, personally, when I play Overwatch, I don't see a whole lot of Venture. Every once in a while, I do. But, man, that control from that Lucio, able to just speed the team, get buffs, get, you know, that area heal. The area denial coming out of basically everybody else. Orisa really just locking it in. I mean, it makes you wonder if there's, you know, I mean, I mean, so keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at this from the perspective of someone who is watching this third hand. We're not in the middle of it. Making
That's
those choices to switch your composition, modify, communicate with the team, figure out what's going on, especially after you have been pushed back to your spawn and they're just locking you down. Rough.
Yeah. I loved the fight back, the pushback. WiWipop could have easily said, you know what, we're just gonna throw in the towel here. We're not gonna keep pushing because, you know, they were up against the wall. But you know what? They dug, you know, deep, and they pushed, and they were able to get, like you said, 2 ticks. They were so close to that 3rd tick, but unfortunately, Kangaroo had just come in. You had the Maga hiding in the back. Nobody knew he was even there. Comes in. You know, so these guys, they understand the maps, they have the map knowledge, they understand the rotations, and they understand what works well for them. So I'm very curious to see moving forward what's going to transpire with Kangaroo. So our next matchup should be going back to the Black Claw and the Hotties. Hopefully they've solved their issues, but we now know that
checking right now.
Okay, so we know for sure that Kangaroo has moved on to the next round, and they will be facing off against the team Yes. So we're going to be looking forward to seeing those teams competing in the next round. But for now, we're just going to wait until, you know, the Black Claw and the Hotties are ready to rock, and then we're going to be able to watch that game again for the 3rd time.
Well, hopefully we don't wind up still having those technical issues. I mean, for what it's worth, it is the absolute worst when your computer gives out. And you know what? I will say this. Props to KTN and props to the production, because not a lot of productions would do that and sit there and be like, you know what? It happened to I feel like a lot of tournament, you know, groups would be like, oh, you crashed out twice, you're done, or whatever it is, or you're just playing with 5. But we at KTN here, we want to see an actual competition. We want to see the good stuff. We want to give everybody a chance to play, and not everyone has, you know, access to the best hardware. For all I know, that he could have a storm going on in his area, whatever it is. You know, it's not like production's telling me what's going on, but hopefully they have fixed it out. So production, one more time. Okay, so I am being told that, despite the fact of what I was just saying, if there is another DC, we will not be pausing the game this next time, which I do think is an acceptable response. 3 times and you're out kind of vibe there.
Absolutely. So here we go.
We are seeing Stouty jumping back in with the Junker Queen. Very strong opening play. Poke style comp with Kage, and we've got a nice Bastion, Moira, Mercy. Very phenomenal setup coming from production. Is red team Hotties still? Thank you.
There we go.
So we have got the Hotties over here on the right, Black Claw on the left, same orientation as last time. We have we've got Pig on the left, and a lot of control coming from Bastion and Soldier as well. Very curious to see this. Can the Lucio use the speed? Really nice play from Black Claw. So this is what makes Lucio so incredibly good, ladies and gentlemen. He was able to speed the entire team all the way up to take control center before the opponents could.
We got Mujin coming in with the elimination. Desi as well. Black Claw, it looks like they are going to be able to get this first point. If they keep holding it here, they're just going to go ahead, take the fight on the point. This is what you got to do. Make sure to capture it first, and then you can go ahead and start taking space. But for now, make sure it's secured. Do a little poke damage here. He's trying to get around here, but the team says nope.
Mercy combo heals around the corner, very difficult to deal with. Once she locks in on you, she can heal you through walls. Misses the hook. That is unfortunate. Good try, though.
I love seeing that these support characters are just getting involved. Look at this. And we got Pepsi coming in with the double elimination, and Cage with another double elimination.
Kage and Pepsi is slaying out right now. Phenomenal takedown. That was that 5 or 4? That was insane.
Yeah, so that was a quick 4 and then 5 in total here. Pushing Black Claw all the way back to their spawn. They're going to go ahead and capture the point with 32% and now 10%. Desi, getting the elimination here, though, for Black Claw, but Mujin just got eliminated.
Very interesting trap placement coming out of, I think, Chaotic. Put it right at the front. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be able to hold that down. We'll see.
Desi shoots out the rip tire from Pepsi, so it's not a good all for him, unfortunately. Ooh, let's see if the soldier is going to go ahead and... Oh, as I say that, gets eliminated.
But it's okay. He did
Puppet.
not use his ult. It's okay. It was smart.
Yes.
He needed to hold that and not waste it. Very, very smart play on his part. The Ram ult. Oh, no, not the Annihilation Field. Coming out, slaps down Pepsi. You love to see a Junkrat die. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, and we got Queen getting involved on the Lucio with a couple of eliminations here now. Big Sully, we got, is that
Oh,
Heavenly?
Visor is active from the Big Sully soldier play. He is coming out here. Oh, enemy Ram coming out, doing the exact same shenanigans. Annihilation Field does get swept. Unfortunate for the Hotties.
Yes, Queen getting another elimination. Blackclaw is able to capitalize and get this point back. It is now 50-53.
Desto Mercy up there above. Ooh, my lord. The Hog Chaotic come over here. That is such an annoying ult. It's not super high damage, but it is so disruptive. Pushes you back. Excellent trap placement. Anyone who steps up to that left side is going to feel it.
Yes, LaQueen showing us what a good Lucio can do. Just getting, again, once again, more and more eliminations on Lucio. I discounted Lucio's damage, but both of these teams, like Kangaroo and now Blackclaw, are showing us how it's done.
Oh, he dropped the beat too. Oh my lord, the heals coming out of Lucio right now. The DPS, the control. Kage coming out. I just want to nerd out for a second. I know there's a lot going on here. I love the Epion skin. I'm such a nerd, but it's so good. 10 out of 10 would spend money on that, all I'm saying. All right, so we've got Hog self-healing, dropping more stuff down. We've got Ram trying to control the right side of the map with his disruption field.
Cage getting the elimination here on Desi. The Hotties nearly had that point, but Blackclaw was able to put enough pressure. Pepsi coming in here, getting an elimination. Puppet now also getting the elimination. Could the Hotties get this back here?
Kage also has his ult still, so there's a lot of control coming out of Hotties right now.
They're trying
He
to get
pops the ult.
Queen.
What an Annihilation Field. He's trying to take that. He didn't go after the Mercy. Was an interesting play. He went straight for the DPS, which almost worked, but that's those heals, man. Overwatch heals.
What a massive team fight here. This is back and forth. Destro getting the res up here on Saudi.
Holy moly. So we've got Hotties having taken the point. Can they hold Claw back? All Claw needs is 1% left. 1 second on point.
This is a really good team battles here. They're each getting like 1 or 2 picks. It's not.
Queen, brother, why are you not my Lucio?
We got Desi as well with another pick. Here we go. There goes more Lucio damage. Just saying, you know what? I can do this.
Phenomenal AoE control. He's so good. Oh my goodness. Uses
Overtime.
Brother, Kage, no! Oh my god, they took it back. What a play. Excellent push coming out of Hotties. Chaotic saves his ult to be able to push Kage back out of the zone to remove the issue of his Annihilation Field. Very smart. Very,
Yes.
very smart play.
Yes. This is when you know that the people, like the gamers, they understand what their ultimates do and how to use it to their advantage. It was very close. It was overtime right at the end. You know, Kage was trying so much to be able to get in there, but Chaotic says, nope. Hold my ult, please.
Curious. I am so curious to see what Chaotic is going to do with the Junker Queen. I want to see a Junker, like just 1v1, mano-y-mano. I want to see that shenanigans because Saudi is such a good Junker Queen. I am terrible with Junker Queen. I'm so bad at hitting that knife. But it's so good to see someone who's actually good at it. Looks like LaQueen, Blackclaw takes immediate again. LaQueen is such a good Lucio. I can't stress this enough. Lucio opening the match, using that speed boost on the entire team to be able to take central advantage on the map before the opponent can. Starting off on the point before the opponent can even get there is massive.
Yeah, we're seeing why you want to be on the point first. They're now going to be able to cap it. Lucio gets the boop off the map. There's the other boop. Oh, I'm not sure if it was off the map, but it was definitely the boop.
No, got the double boop on tank. Both tanks is crazy.
Now Desi just continuing, just all the peppering of the damage here. Hotties are gonna have to go back, kind of get themselves together here. Don't just filter in one by one. That's the last thing you want to do here. Wait for your team and then push in together. I like their strategy of kind of trying to separate the attention, but right now, Blacklaw is holding it down.
Absolutely. Again, once you're stuck in here, oh my god. Lucio on that side of the map, you just can't put, you have to go central. And so that's what's such a good play with this. Luqueen is coming in here, doing a lot of pressure on the opponents. If they push from the left, boop. If they push from the right, boop. They know that now. They can't do that. They have to push up the center. So by Blacklaw taking center, using Lucio's speed boost to get middle control, and then also losing, you know, just the control that they can have on the other side is just incredible. So they have to go only through this alleyway or they will instantly die to the boot. Kiriko ult coming out strong. Blacklaw's, yes! You love to see it. Absolutely incredible plays from Junker Queen.
The pushing from the team, there goes Queen again with the tether boot.
Oh my lord, you can't push from the sides, Lumi. You can't push from the sides.
Nope, do not go that way. The Queen is just not gonna let you go. What I was gonna mention is I love seeing the confidence from Blacklaw. They're actually, some of their tanks are just running up and pushing all the way around, knowing that they're gonna get healed. They just gotta dip back when they're 50%. Look at the dominance of Blacklaw right now.
Blacklaw is absolutely crushing it right now. Very, very important. I mean, they're just doing such a phenomenal job. The overtime hold here, they're going to take it down. I believe this is ult coming out of Kage. Ooh, Cosmic drops the Bastion nukes. Let's go. Oh, no. A Bastion goes down, isn't able to quite hold it. Can Chaotic clutch? I don't think so. It's almost impossible to beat a 1v3. Oh, good tries.
No, it's good. It's good. Bepsi actually got 3 eliminations to be able to get the Hotties on point.
Oh,
they were able to take it.
And they stopped the 0, man. I mean, dude, getting a goose egg in this game is physically painful. Like, I can feel it deep in my gut, you know? But, like, they stopped it, and I'm here for that. So the question is, can Saudi, Kage, and all them, can they hold? The fact that they were able to get past the Queen's Lucio in the back was mind-blowing to me. Very impressive plays.
Dizzy getting the first pick here, but Cage getting the other pick. Chaotic getting, now it's up 2. Now they're down 2 each. But the red...
Oh my god! Looking at those heals on Lucio was just crazy. I just want to touch on that for a second. When you have one, okay, and your other healer's like, yo, gotta pocket the healer, that's a dangerous position. Oh! What a boop coming out of... Oh my goodness, LaQueen and Desi just... Oh my goodness. And drops the beat. That's a GG right there. Absolutely phenomenal plays.
Another boop was coming. The Queen showing us on this map what a Lucio can do. We got to see, well, first let's see the play of the game here. I think this is Bepsi when he was able to save it from, oh no, this was earlier.
Was that a mukbang finish? I'm kind of here for it. I didn't realize they had that. I love that. All right, so that was... Listen, I have no words, okay? Lucio, you're either a good Lucio or a subpar Lucio. There is no, like, there is no middle ground there. And LaQueen, I mean, just going to show what good positioning can do for a team. And using that speed boost to take that central area and then lock it down, very intelligent. Great plays.
That is key, I think, moving forward. Our team's really got to learn from that and utilize that technique. You know, if they move forward, especially Blacklaw, if they move forward, then their opponents are really going to have to study this. Maybe you take away Lucio at this point. Lucio has shown us today alone that they are a contender in this tournament today, so... And as I say that, it looks like we got LaQueen that's going to be going on Moira now instead. And we got a half team comp change here from the supports are getting switched up. And it looks like the supports are also getting switched on the Hotties side here, going with little Baptiste.
No thanks. Fought a bunch of you before. You're a bit
Very, very nice team compositions coming from both. Looks like Hotties is going to maintain more or less the same composition they had before. Switching to the BAP. Very interesting choice here. The Immort field, if used correctly, is absolutely massive.
I've just had too many bad Baptistes that just throw it and you're just like, why did you throw that over there? Now that we need it, we don't have it. Thank you.
Don't talk about my Alpha Baptiste plays, all right?
Oh, sorry. Whoa, Desi getting the double picks right off the rip here, but Hottie says, whoa, let's slow you guys down here.
Hecatrix does take down Desi. Mercy reses Desi. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Desi needs some heals.
Yeah, that was a res right in the middle of the action. That was a risky res, but it did pay off. But unfortunately, Desi does just go down.
Wow, absolutely incredible plays coming from both sides here. Hottie's pushing up, Blackclaw holding point very, very efficiently. Sully is gone, but that's still a 5v6. That's not insurmountable.
No, and it's looking like they are just pushing in here, applying so much pressure. There goes the healer.
God, losing the Moira is going to be a bad time. Oh, no. No. That's a bad time right there.
Don't try to go through that door. That is death's door right there. Go the other way, please.
100%.
I don't think that Black Claw is going to be able to get here. Yeah, they're going to have to back off, and the Hottie is getting the first point very quickly. So it looks like, they're going to just keep rolling here, showing that just because they lost the first one doesn't mean that they're out for the count.
I'm noticing Queen really seems to like the speedster healers. Using Juno, I don't know a lot about Juno. I have not played much at all with the new healer, but I know that she has that little circular thing that boosts the speed of everyone running through it. I'm really curious to see what I mean, she's so talented, or I don't know. I'm saying Queen. Queen is just so talented with the Lucio. I'm curious to see what she's capable of with the Juno.
Yeah, showing the abilities to just fly high and low and being able to heal so many people at the same time with those abilities. It's just nice to see a good Juno player here. And it looks like Black Eye doing a great job holding them down here, not giving them too much to move with here. Big!
Brother! Heavenly immediately revives the Ram. Very, very smart play. You want that tank back in the action for damage mitigation as fast as possible. Excellent plays. Does push back Black Claw. They're 2 down. They need to get their people back. That Ram is not playing games. Holy moly. Kage is feeling himself right now. Pushing up. Very, very pokey. Holding side angles. And God, man, that, what is her name? The pylon on the wall is just so effective, too. Amari. Hilari, excuse me. Production corrected me. Thank you, production.
Yeah, Hottie is, thanks to that massive ult by Puppet, we're able to move in here. Maybe be able to capitalize. They're right there. We got Mugen just trying to hold point, gets absolutely rocked. No way he was going to be able to stay alive there.
He did the best that he could. I mean, he popped ult to try to hold, but there was just no way.
Yeah. And now
Slowly
here we go.
Boulevard. Oh my lord, the Mercy right now absolutely pocketing that Bastion.
Wow, this could be a big ult here. Look at them all antied. There's one, there's 2. Oh, nearly can get the 3s. Got to pull back for some heals here. Still waiting for some heals. There we go.
Saudi just, we've got the, wait, which side? Which Junkrat is that? Oh, Bepsi gets the double. No way.
Hottie's applying so much pressure right now.
Oh my goodness. Bepsi is not playing games. This is life or death for him. I don't know what, wow.
Yeah, we got Heck that's on this Alari that's causing so much damage. Was just involved in 3 out of the 4 eliminations right there. Just hitting shots. Look at this front lining with the tanks here saying, I'll just hold here right here. Using the Baptiste wall here.
Right in front of the Juno ring. Oh my goodness. There's just not enough speed in the world to stop you from dying to that BAP wall.
Yep.
Oh, Puppet. Really, really nice group kills on a couple of them. We've got Kage. Almost the entire team just took down Mugen. Very, very impressive. Round 1 is done. Really nice plays.
Yes. Destro's doing an amazing job on this Baptiste. Able to shut down that Junkrat tire and just creating a lot of damage as well. It's so interesting to see how much damage these support players are actually outputting. They're not just solely focusing on the healing aspect of it, they're also putting in a lot of work and doing some damage. So it's great to see, how the support mentality has kind of shifted from just heal botting to, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to apply some pressure. And you can see right here, thanks to production, putting up the stats of how much damage. Look at Hotties right now. The majority of them all have over 3,000 plus, with the exception of Destro, who was playing the BAP. But hey, you can't deny that 5,000 healing on their part. My
Very,
goodness.
very nice. Really, really good stuff. And I will say as well that in this game, there's a few things in my world that are more frustrating than running up against a double-pocketed, like a healer can pocket another healer and still not die. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But two healers locking in on anyone, and that dude is immortal if it's just you.
Yeah. We're seeing, Bepsi and Puppet really come into life here as the DPS of this team, creating a lot of opportunities, having really big ults, and I think they're going to have to continue this trend to be able to shut down Blacklaw. We saw Blacklaw earlier just having such a dominant performance in the first map, so let's see if Hotties can just shut them down here.
Really, really good pylon placement from Hecatrix. I'm assuming it'll beam down. I'm not someone who plays with Illari all that much. Yeah, it's definitely beaming down. That is a beautiful placement on that pylon. You cannot kill it as the opposing team unless you push all the way into the opponent's back line, which is just going to get you killed.
I love
Saudi
watching
gets
Desi.
Beautiful heals.
I love watching Desi jump through Juno's ring, just getting tons of damage or speed boost.
Desi getting blue barred from the Mercy. Heavenly really doing a phenomenal job of enabling Bastion's plays here. Very, very impressive shots.
Yeah, Hottie's not going down. The healers are working overtime here with the amount of damage that's being output. They're trying their best.
He wants that pylon so bad. No, dude. Mugen,
Yeah,
I'm sorry, bro.
Haxes.
I've been there.
Yep. Hack says, don't touch my pylon.
Really, really good shots coming out from Puppet now. I mean, it's Bastion v Bastion, really. It's very, very nice. Saudi does take out Desi. Again, the bleed debuffs and stuff, it's so strong on Dark.
And it's looking like Hotties, they're just going to keep holding this point. It's working for them. See, this is the ring that we're talking about, that they're just jumping through, getting the speed boost. They have to get this pylon out of here. It's just going to be free healing for them. There's potentially a big ult. No! Big Silly shuts it down.
Oh, good try. Oh, the Orisa is still alive. Holy, we switched. I thought she died. Mugen did manage to survive. Excellent healing coming out of Blacklaw. Oh my god! Heavenly gets the res on Big Sully. Sully immediately taken down by the Bastion and Baptiste combo from Puppet. And Desto, really, really nice plays there.
Yes, that was big value out of Destro's ult.
Does lock them down using the Bastion. Not too long, but still enough to be very disruptive to the opponent.
Now we've got the Juno ult coming out here.
They still have not been able to take down this pylon. What is this placement? That is so cringily good. It's so good.
And as you say, that Chaotic is able to go up and around and get it out.
Yes, finally.
That was double Junker Queen ults right there, back to back.
Pepsi, my guy, just took out 3, managed to get a clinch kill with Ram on the Bastion. That was emotionally devastating for Blacklaw.
Yeah, Hotties, I thought the Blacklaw was about to move up, but the Hotties were able to hold it down here. We got Mugen switching over to the Diva to potentially just try to create a little bit quicker movements to get behind the team. But again, the pylon's back up there and just doing so much healing.
Yeah, absolutely incredible placement. And again, all they have to do is lock it down. By the time they can, she can just put out another one. Illari is so good if you have good pylon placement.
Yeah, and now we have just both DPS just creating, so much damage. Bapsy getting more eliminations.
The immortality field behind the bus was mean. Oh my goodness. All right, So just to clarify, chat, what you just saw right there was a Baptiste throwing down an immortality field right on the edge of the bus, so that all he had to do was step 2 feet to the right of the bus, still be invincible, and prevent the DPS from coming up and taking down his immort field, meaning he is literally unkillable at that point. Phenomenal play. I think it's last minute. Oh my goodness. Wow. Hotties not playing games. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first tiebreaker of the night.
We're gonna see the play of the game.
I mean,
Puppets.
It's gotta be Puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the Baptiste plus, I just want to talk for a second about how good that Baptiste wall is. If you save it for a position like that, where they are coming at you from 1 point, and you throw a Bastion in turret mode in front of that wall, you're going to put some serious pain downrange, is all I'm saying. I mean, it is hard to do.
Yo, as we just saw from the Puppet, I have such a hard time with good wall placements. I don't know what it is with me and Baptiste, but I just... I don't know. So when I get to see a good bat player, man, it makes me happy.
Seeing any support player do well is like, hell yes. Like, look, I won't lie. It does frustrate me when I'm going up against a Mercy and all I can see is like one ankle because she's above like some roof or something. But I mean, the level of skill it takes to get to that point is very impressive. Again, we've looked at Lucio coming out from the Queen in the previous fight. Very, very nice. We're queuing up for the next match here, but a good support in Overwatch is hands down the most important part of the entire team. No question.
And I did ask for it. Now we are going to see it. New Queen Street, the Canadian map, as you just saw here. Uh-oh. And it looks like Puppet might have just gotten DC'd here. Hopefully he's able to get back in.
Oh no, we can't do a reset? That is unfortunate. Production, if he is able to boot back in, is he able to rejoin? Or how does that work? All right, so I'm hearing from production that this is third time this match. We cannot pause. Oh my goodness, he was such a good part of the opposing team. 1-1, what an unfortunate part for that to happen. If he is able to come back, he can rejoin, ladies and gentlemen. He just needs to, I don't know, do something, anything to boot that puppy back in there. Because Hotties right now is just such a strong contender.
Yeah, now it's going to be a 5v6. Hopefully they have a lot of experience with the 5-man here. Blackclaw has to capitalize on this. When you're given a gift like this, you've got to capitalize on it.
100%. I mean, listen, I don't like it necessarily, but I would 100% do the same thing. You got to just sweep.
And as we say that, you know, Hottie's still putting up a good fight here, getting an elimination here.
If they're able to hold back the opponent, they do still have a good chance of winning. If they can last long enough for Puppet to come back, they're a strong contender. Gotta love that Evian skin. I just want to talk Gundam Wing, ladies and gentlemen. Old school 90s. Yes, that is my childhood. I am old.
Musion coming in, taking a lot of space here, is able to get their tank out of the way. At least one of them. Saudi going out here. Here comes the Riptide already. That was a quick ult. Mugen, though, shutting it down. That's a big shutdown.
Absolutely. If we had let Bepsi get that, that would have been at least a triple, probably a quad. Very, very painful to get hit by that tire. Good control in Ramatra. We have a... Oh, my goodness, what a takedown. The Ana's not going to be able to push that. Oh, my goodness. Mugen is over there popping ult. We've got Annihilation Field coming from there. They're not messing around. Black Claw is taking this as far as it can go.
Yeah, now you're seeing the unfortunate side of not having that extra member. Just Black Claw's going to take advantage of this, move this up, play this very aggressive. And in this situation, you need to. It is a tournament after all. They did get a couple of opportunities, and now they just got to play it here. And Hotties is just going to have to try to move in together, maybe get a little, poke action going to try to get those picks early and quick, so then you can go ahead and move this robot. But Blackclaw being very dominant here.
Absolutely. It's just so... Okay, production has let me know that we are waiting for the okay from the person to get back in here. Hopefully they can turn it back around. We're going to have to find out, though. This is a massive deficit to overcome. Hotties does manage to take down Soldier. Soldier did not use the visor, though. The Queen down as well. Still working on getting that beat drop, but it looks like, I'm guessing that this scene right here is we're pausing and we're trying to get Puppet back in to give them a fair shake at finishing the second half of that match.
Yeah,
But go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I don't believe that we're resetting the match. I believe we're just bringing them in. We're just pausing the game right now. Everybody's getting paused. We're going to bring Puppet in and move up from that point of the game here.
Okay. I'm being told from production that they're going to be nice about this and let them replay even on third strike. They're going to restart this match, and hopefully they're able to make it a little bit more competitive here. So we are restarting the tiebreaker match. I think if it was not a tiebreaker, we would not be doing this, chat, but we're going to do it because, you know, why not?
You know what I believe it is? I believe it's the spirit of us Canadians really impacting you guys, and you know, just out of the kindness and 100%. Niceness, we're going to restart.
Canadians are just nice people. We're locking in on the Canadian mindset right now. Production is also reminding me to let us know as far as anyone who might be interested in participating in the future, or any contestants who are watching this back at the moment. We do prefer and highly recommend / expect that you guys play on stable devices and connections. If you have a teammate who is gonna crash out, you might want to find a different teammate. We are not going to do this every time, is all we're saying.
Correct. I do believe this is one of the first time this has ever really happened. So I'm sure that rules and expectations are going to be implemented after this tournament. But for today, for this round, we are going once again. Here we go.
Absolutely.
Tiebreakers on. Let's see what they can do now.
All right, Black Claw switching up to the Hog over here. Hog and Ramatra play. One poke, one brawl.
And Puppet already making plays here, getting the elimination on the Queen.
Heal him for the love of God. Oh no! Sully does take out Puppet. Absolutely phenomenal play. Good combo fire from both tanks. Saudi and Kage taking down Sully as well. That is huge takedown right there.
Yeah, we're seeing the Hotties putting a lot of pressure and getting
the Hog! Chaotic right there, jumps over the back line, hooks him, traps him, kills him. What a takedown. Still did not actually even trigger the trap necessarily. Next guy gets over there, they're taking down the pylon. Wow, this is some nice play. Mugen, Sully, and Heavenly. Oh my God, Claw. Claw just team dominated. Good sweet lord.
Yeah, I was just about to finish my sentence of the Hotties. It looks like they're going to take this first little bit, and then the Black Claw, I think, heard that and took offense and said, excuse me, wait a minute, let me go ahead and just do a team wipe here and show you that we were definitely not down for the count. I apologize.
That was an incredible play coming out of Black Claw. What incredible team cohesion. Ram v Ram. So it's interesting here. So Ram actually nerfed as far as the tanks are concerned. He's not as strong as he used to be, but that doesn't matter in 6v6 because he's so disruptive on so many different levels. Using that Annihilation field, using his slow field, and using his just consistent damage and ability to puncture shields, he's very good as just a backup tank.
Yes, and I just realized that the Queen is actually a DPS now, and Desi has gone over to heals.
Tree comes out of Desto. I have never seen a tree die so quickly. Holy crap. That was some aggressive team combo fire right there. I'm not mad at that. That was amazing.
Black Claw still just going ahead and pushing up here. Doing a great job at picking each target here. It looks like Sully's gone down, but Desi with the ball going in, getting the elimination on Bepsi. Here comes potentially Big Tire.
Oh, the Queen dropping a tire right on Saudi. Very unfortunate. Loses the tank. Kage pops the Annihilation field, does manage to take down the Moira, and then goes down himself. Tries to hold it, not quite enough. Very good attempt, though.
Heavenly getting the res on Desi, so both supports are back up. That's not a good look for Hotties here. They're gonna have to go ahead and get another pick on the back line before it's too late. Look how much space the Black Claw is taking right now.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, even with Puppet, who, I mean, was mopping up last round, just goes to show that every map is going to be a little different. Different teams are going to excel in different places and different strats.
And we got Pepsi with the big tire, is able to take out Big Sully. And here comes
Big ult coming out of Saudi. Wow, what an incredible heal. Sets the bleed on a bunch of different people. Massive debuffs. Wow. Wow is all I have to say about that Junker Queen play.
That is what the Hotties needed to be able to take some space. And unfortunately, there goes Puppet once again, getting DC'd. This game will continue, though.
Brother, I wish your internet was better.
Yeah.
I wanted to see.
So now the Black Claws are going to have to get together, wait, and then go ahead and push all together. They got a lot. they gotten quite far. So now that, you know, they just need a little bit more.
So much pressure going into Mugen right there. He did the best he could. Not able to hold it even with his block. Really nice tree placement there from Desto, by the way. So they would 100% have lost that if not for the massive tree coming out of Desto. He does manage to save it for his team. I mean, that was a very clutch play right there.
Yes, the Queen getting 2 big eliminations from the Junk Tire, though. But Hotties is still applying so much pressure. Even with only a 5-person squad, they are pushing. They know that they need to apply pressure. They can't let go of the gas or else they're going to lose this.
Grenades coming out of the Soldier. He does have Visor prepped, not using it yet because he doesn't need to. Chaotic uses his ability to push them all the way back. And oh my God, getting shoved against that back wall is just the absolute worst. Incredible play.
Yeah.
He does take out the opposing Ramatra. Kage went down.
Yeah. And Hectrix is not able to place their pylon where they want it, and they keeps getting destroyed now. So I don't know if you change your way of you know, switch up your character maybe.
That tire's
Potentially
good.
Big Tire.
Oh, takes down Mugen, absolutely huge. Losing a tank is going to be pretty hard for Blackclaw there. Again, still makes it a 5. Massive takedown. Is the Mercy going to be able to get the res on Sully? I don't know. Nope, used it already on Mugen. I think back in action, very strong plays. Hecatrice managing to get some heals and some nice shots off there from the rifle. And then Hotties Kage really big on using that 6 splitter, which is one of the perk modifications for Ramatra.
This is great to watch. The Hotties are still putting so much pressure here, but this might be a big Soldier ult. There's one from Sully.
That visor was massive, absolutely huge. Pylon placement is okay, not as good as in the last match. You can't always have a god level pylon placement like in the last match, but that is a good one.
And it's looking like Puppet is able to get back into the game. Hotties did a great job actually pushing the robot back here. The Queen now getting a big double pick. Blackclaw is going to be able to push this though. But now Hottie's back to 6v6. Let's see, they still have 3 minutes to fight this. 3.5 minutes, that's a long time. You're able to push this robot.
Puppet coming back in strong. He is getting combo fire down. Very unfortunate. Did not have any healers by him. I think they were all up a little bit too far, which is unfortunate because Puppet spawned on the back line where everyone spawns.
Big ult again.
Massive play from Saudi.
Tired
Oh my
him.
goodness. Big tree, good control. Kage pushing up a little bit further, using that. Oh my God, he pops the alternate annihilation ult. It is 1v1. Fisticuffs, Imano. Oh my God, takes down Desi. Massive play. Hotties, can they pull it back right now? He's so close to the hog. Yes, he got it. Oh my goodness, Kage, you beautiful human, you.
Beautiful plays. And there we go, finishes off with a little, well, 5-piece here, and there goes the 6-team member. And look at that robot move. Hottie's got to be feeling good about this.
If you've never played Overwatch, you'll notice the robot is moving much further in that direction. If you have already pushed the plate forward, the robot will move at like triple speed. So if you really want to be careful, you want to take that high ground and then push it back. It's a very fast process if you've already got it passed.
Oh, that might be a big ult.
Oh my God. Yes. Takes down the Moira. Opposing healer is down. The Queen does take out Puppet. Heavenly immediately reses Desi. Is not playing games here. I mean, this Mercy is a champ.
And unfortunately, Puppet's computer is just not having it. He's gone again. Big is popping ult here, pushing the team completely back, but here comes potentially a massive tire if it's not shot out.
It didn't kill him?
Wow.
Wait, is tire not an insta?
Not on Roadhog.
Wow,
no.
okay, I just found, today I learned, I was today years old when I learned that Roadhog could not die to his tire at full health. Holy moly. Desto coming in with the Life Weaver play, pulls back the Junkrat, excuse me, Bepsi. Very, very nice, does manage to save the team.
Hacktrick's getting another pick here on the tank. Just being
Melee,
so
too.
aggressive.
Getting a melee kill with Alari is almost insulting.
Beautiful shooting out the tire here.
Very
Hacktrick's picking up the slack for a missing teammate here. Bepsi getting some eliminations as well. As I say that though, Chaotic just throws in Heavenly with another massive res.
This has been a non-stop just thrill ride for me. I don't know if you guys at home are enjoying this or not, but I am on the edge of my seat right now. Even with Hotties down 1, it makes you wonder what would happen if Puppet didn't keep DCing.
Bepsi with a massive double tire here, elimination. But they're not giving up. Blackclaw says, you know what, let me pop my annihilation as well, and let me see what I can do. Oh,
Kage pushing up, using the ram punches. Massive annihilation field right there, especially considering it was covered by Desto. So he dropped that tree, absolutely incredible coverage. We're looking at a 5v6 right now where they're doing a phenomenal job. Very dangerous position to be in. There's 5 seconds left in the match. It is not going to end at 5 seconds, folks. If they can push and hold, if they're able to hold this, they can push it all the way back. It's just going to be really hard.
yep. And
Puppet's
now,
back. Is he going to make it back, though? I don't know if he can get there in time. This overtime is going to be so massive. Nobody's dying. They're doing a phenomenal job of pushing. What a hook from Chaotic. No! Saudi getting massive heals. Massive heals. What an ult from Hecatron. Gets taken down by... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Mugen takes him down. Right when the ult was coming out. Oh, my goodness. What a... Woo, that was an intense match.
well, they couldn't get back on. Wow.
I kind of feel like I need a nap after that. That was, wow. Even most of that match was a 5v6. I mean, poor Puppet, man. His team has got to be so mad. I mean, it's not his fault, I hope, but like, damn, I've been that guy where just things are not working out technologically for you. Trust me, production can back me up here. I bother him all the time for that. So, I could break stuff just by standing near it. But really, really good plays. Very, very nice.
Yes.
Bear with me, chat. Sorry. The post-quarter? Okay. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, with the quarterfinals coming to a close, our competitors will be taking a short break to strategize, and we'll be moving into the semifinals here shortly. Lumi, what do you expect to see from our competitors in the upcoming match here? And is there any particular team or strategy? Excuse me? Production keeps talking to me, chat, and he's very quiet. All right, he needs to learn to enunciate. With that said, Lumi, what do you expect to see from our competitors in the upcoming match here? Is there any like team or strategy you're really looking forward to seeing or shine in this next round? What are you expecting?
Yeah, I'm hoping to see LaQueen back again on that Lucio. I want to see some more boops. I want everybody to be able to count how many boops are happening. So hopefully we can get, maybe production to keep an eye on that so we can maybe get a poll going to see over, under, maybe. We'll see. But the teams are going to be moving on to the teams moving on to our semifinals are going to need to pull together, strategize, and get ready to face the top performers of this event if they want to come out on top and make it to the finals. Honestly, I have no idea which teams, because we haven't seen statistically and we haven't seen yes yet. So we're going to have to go ahead and wait to see who's going to make it out on top of that. But Kangaroo put on a dominant performance. So I'm wondering if maybe they're going to move on to the finals. We'll see, though. We'll see. Until we see the other teams, I don't want to jinx anybody. I did that last time. I apologize. Rad, what do you think was the most valuable strategy out of that round?
I mean, out of the last rounds,
Yeah, the last two rounds, yeah, or matches.
I think the biggest play that we saw was that bat play going into the central zone. I think that seeing like LaQueen just absolutely control, huge. I mean, we've had so many different moments in both games so far that have been surprisingly in depth and it's just fascinating to watch. It's been really, really good. That said, it does seem like the fastest person to get on the point is going to be the one who's typically going to take that round. That said, if they can't hold it, they can't hold it. So if you're in a position where you can watch your sides and you can prevent the central alley from coming up and really just have one person like a Lucio Boop or whatever else, or I mean, there's just so much going on there that's going to change some stuff. As far as that is concerned, Lumi, do you have any thoughts on strategy that happened last round?
Yeah, for me, the map awareness was a big factor in the win for all the two teams that are moving on. You could tell that their map awareness was just on a whole nother level, knowing the lanes to pick, hiding, like I said, hiding behind the walls or even hiding on top, knowing where to put your pylon placement, knowing where you can throw your tire to go through to get to the enemy teams without it being shot down. I think knowing and understanding those map rotations is going to be a huge factor in why a team is going to move forward to the finals here tonight. Rad, what was one of your favorite plays from we had two incredible matches. Was there, a highlight play for you?
I'm trying to think. I'm going to say the pylon placement from Heck was just so good. The pylon placement from Heck was just so good. Very, very high quality zone control there. Good heals, very difficult to remove. And just really, really good tank plays. I mean, DPS is something that's very consistent and it's the most widely recognized as being very, very important. But I do think that overall, your support is the thing that's going to carry you. And a good tank, it's the front line, A good tank is going to be the one that's going to really be there. And if you can't keep them alive, then you are going to struggle. So I don't know. Anyways. What was your favorite play last round, Lumi?
I definitely have to say, right at the beginning of the first round, one of the first maps, Breaded Turtle coming in with the Orisa and ulting when everybody was kind of in that like tight little corridor and getting a triple elimination and then being able to get the team wipe with the rest of his team all together. That I love Orisa. I'm a huge Orisa fan, so seeing that play was just so awesome to see, and I'm kind of hoping we see some more Orisa here coming tonight. But Rad, it looks like we have some new members joining us in chat here tonight. Would you mind giving them a quick rundown on what the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition is?
Absolutely. So to those of us who are just joining during the break, welcome to the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition. My name is Rad Savage, your play-by-play caster this evening. And with me in the booth today is my good friend here, Luminestra, my co-caster and game analyst. Now, as a part of our ongoing commitment to supporting the community, KTN is contributing $210 of our own money to the prize pool for tonight's tournament. We can't wait to see how the rest of the action will unfold, but soon we're going to find out who's going to come out on top and take that top slot. But before we jump into the semifinals, let's quickly recap the map pool and the scoring system for tonight's tournament. The first map in tonight's rotation is Lijiang Tower. This is a control map where the teams will fight for the center point in a King of the Hill style game mode. The first team to reach 100% on the objective will be declared the winner of that round. Second in the rotation is Midtown. This is a hybrid map where in the first round, teams will attempt to capture a control point and then escort a payload through up to 2 additional objectives. The team who pushes the payload the furthest will be declared the winner of that match. In the event of a 1-1 tie, as we just saw, the tiebreaker in the rotation is going to be a map called New Queen Street. This is a push map where the teams will fight over control for control over a robot. The team who pushes the robot the furthest will be declared victorious. Lumi, can you explain to our viewers how scoring works in the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6?
Absolutely. Scoring in the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition is based on an integrated systems of the game modes Control, Hybrid, and Push. Teams earn a point through a match format where they compete in a series of 3 maps. Each map win contributes to the team's overall score. A team must score 2 points in order to be declared the winner of that matchup. I'd also like to take a second to thank our incredible staff team here at the KTN. Without you guys, these tournaments would not be possible. So thank you guys so much for all of your hard work. To everybody in chat, please show our staff team, ambassadors, and the KTN partners some love and support by clicking the panels down below. To anybody interested in competing in future tournaments or leagues, head over to our website, thekicktournamentnetwork.com, where you can find all of our socials, the event scoreboard, KTN merch, and upcoming tournaments. Again, I want to emphasize, whether you're a new player or a returning player, anybody from any skill level is able to participate. While we give our competitors time to prepare for the next round, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. So don't go anywhere. The KTN will be right back.
Which one's your favorite? Mine's Tracer. She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here.
Before me, I see the future.
You know there's more out there, don't you?
Even the best journeys end. But a new one is right around the corner.
He's coming up. He lays out the shatter. He's able to pick up a couple. Three eliminations by himself, essentially. We got a high noon coming out of Blitz. Oh, able to pick up Signup. That's a huge pick for them. Gonna get some shots on the Doom Fist. Bliv goes down. Sao snipers. The Nemi with the pulse bomb takes down Sao and Water Diablo. That is a DPS and a support down from one ult there. And I've seen a lot of games get won because simply of a Genji ult. There's that play of the game. Benji with the triple knockoff right there. Tracer trying to get in there. We've got Signup. Oh, big shots there on bot man. Let's Shafir with the just rack it and send it. Now we've got a Discord orb on Rhine. And he's gonna pop that ult with a negate the pulse bomb there. Huge play by Zen. Train goes down. Nice job. And then we're gonna demech. Oh my gosh, Benji popping up. Don't challenge him. Don't challenge him. Leave him alone.
Who dares confront me?
At KTN, our vision goes beyond tournaments. It's about creating immersive, unforgettable moments.
Here comes the Jeff. Huge! With the
Six people with the
Just
Jeff.
So, we launched on Kick, found top-tier competitors, and made valuable memories along the way.
In America, I've been told by production that he has fallen off the map in every tournament that he has been a part of.
We created an innovative website that streamlines tournament administration and created a platform that elevates community-run events. With the help of the community, we grew this organization into something we can be proud of and can be recognized by every platform as the best community tournament network. Tournaments are a unique experience filled with stress, conflict, and above all, excitement. So we at KTN created the next stage of community tournaments, a place where anyone can participate, where we feature the best of our competitors, and through events designed to show off your skills in a PvP environment. Through countless hours of effort and lateral thinking, we have elevated our organization to be the highest quality community tournament network. We took a bit of time, but we ironed out all the kinks and refined this into the well-produced experience that it is now.
He's coming up, he's coming up, he's going for it. He lays out the shatter, he's able to pick up a couple. Double fire strike, picks up 3 eliminations by himself, essentially. Huge play by Modern DARPA, pushing them back.
Trying to push, but Dave's cut. Oh! Magneto! Coming in with the triple!
Here comes the supernova from Defeat.
Just bringing it in and dropping it back. There goes the quad! There is the quad!
No risks. Too big for them. And some more great shots. NZM's able to take down as well. And got both of them down. That is a team-wide. NZM picking up his 14th elimination.
The Emma, the Invincible Woman, they saved it.
Oh! Flarbs! Flarbs!
Ladies and gentlemen, please bear with us for just a little bit longer. We're working on some production elements in the back end related to the competition, and we will be back with us in just a couple minutes. So please bear with us for just about 5 more minutes here, maybe a little bit less. Welcome back to the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition, folks. My name is Rad Savage, your play-by-play caster this evening, and in the booth today with me is my co-caster and game analyst, Luminestro. Our competitors are getting ready to launch into the semifinals, but while we are waiting for production to get set up on that, let's get right into the action right after that. So, Lumi, what map are we going to?
Yeah, so we're going right back to where it started, Lijiang Tower. So we're gonna see, who's able to take care of the first map and then the second map in rotation, which I believe is, now I'm trying to remember what it was.
I think it's Midtown this time.
Midtown, yes. And then a potentially tiebreaker of New Queens Street. So, Rad, what do you think our competitors are gonna need to be able to bring for the semifinals?
We're seeing a lot of very, very talented players out there today. So, when you have this many consistently good players, the best thing that you can do is have team cohesion. So a lot of times, at least in my experience, is when you're dealing with a team full of very, very good, high quality players, they're actually going to wind up stepping on each other's toes more often than helping each other because they get thirsty for kills or, they get greedy for a kill or whatever it is. And they'll kind of go up on their own and do whatever else. If they're able to kind of bring together that team cohesion and make it so that they're working together and getting those really, really nice, crispy team shots. That's the goal more than anything else.
Yeah. I'm seeing...
But,
yep, go ahead.
Go ahead. No.
No, sorry, I thought you were done.
No, it's okay. That was it. Yeah, go.
What I've been seeing a lot that the teams have been doing really well is, really pushing that backline, getting the eliminations on the healers, because once your healers are gone, then there's nothing left for a team to do.
Yeah. Oh, I think, are we prepping? All right, we're in, folks, I think. We're in.
We're in.
All right, so what are we looking at here, folks? It looks like we have got yet another double Ram play. Ram, again, like I said earlier, absolutely massive, just pinch hitter, basically, for tanks. Murphy still has not chosen. There we go. He's going more poke. Lu Queen picking up that Lucio. I am so curious to see what they can do with that.
Yes, now we got Statistically and Blackhawk. Whoa, Blackhawk getting the first pick.
Ooh, Chaotic is a monster with that hog. Absolutely incredible. Good shots coming out of Soli as well. Good crowd control. And then we've got, looks like Ram popping fist mode, pushing up a little bit here.
Taking good control. Looks like they might get the point early here. We got Heavenly back on that Mercy. Was doing an incredible job. Oh, but Cranial is back and getting an elimination. Heavenly getting the res.
Reaper play coming in hot. Very, very impressive. Night Dog coming in very, very strong here. I just realized, chat, I forgot to mention that we do have a couple bans on the characters as well. So Anna Ball, being the hamster character, Zarya and Sombra are the 4 that have been banned this round. I do apologize. I meant to mention that before the match started.
We got Night Dog coming in. Cranial is no stranger to our tournaments here. He's been in this before. We know that name here. Hetty Murphy getting an elimination. Tank against Tank gets the pick here.
Very, very nice team shots. Looks like Statistically is really doing a great job of locking down. Great ult from Desi trying to disrupt. Does not work out for them, sadly, but excellent attempts. Really nice kills from the Reaper. Oh my goodness gracious. What a quad at the same time as Night Dog and Hetty Murphy are able to pull that 5th kill. Wow, that was massive.
I think he heard me say his name and just said, okay, I'm here now. Pay attention.
I think it's exactly what happened. Excellent deflects coming from the Genji here. Night Dog, very, very nice Genji plays. Poking with the Ninja Stars, very, very impressive plays here. Reaper, get out of dodge, free card. Annihilation Field coming out of Mugen on Team Blackclaw.
That was a beautiful save and pull back by Dirty Bird there.
Oh man, you love to see a good Life Weaver. Usually they just yank me back into death.
Yeah, Night Dog with a 2-3 blade.
Dragonblade! Literally, production here loves Genji, and so I'm pretty sure that's why our Overwatch stuff is called the Dragonblade Arena League, because, who doesn't love a good samurai sword,
That was a great cleanup job. Just when I thought that Black Claw was going to get an upper edge here, he pops his ult and goes.
Sentry turrets are down. A lot of control coming here from Statistically. Very, very nice way to hold the map. There's only one way in from that angle. So to get... Oh my God! What? Was that 6?
6 pace. Cranial.
Oh my God. Cranial, you absolute behemoth.
Wow, that's got to be play of the game, right? Hopefully we'll be able to see that again.
Has to be.
It looks like Black Claw, this might be their last push here with an 88%.
Dude, these Reaper plays are insane. He is just getting up on them, using that left side doorway. Kiriko ult comes out, a lot of fire coming back. And what are we seeing? Oh my goodness, the takedowns. What is, brother? All right, statistically, wow, you stud muffins, you. Wow. I mean, that was the biggest Reaper roll I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, in a tournament with how good we know that Black Claw is, to have a 5-piece with your ult and then the 6-piece cleanup, beautiful play.
So amazing to see. You don't really get to see a 6-piece ever in one of these tournaments. That might be the first time I've seen that in a KTN tournament.
Beautiful plays. And you had at the end where, is it Aphrodite? Was able to just get some eliminations with their ult going and just putting so much pressure. And Dirty Bird in the back just, you know, healing the entire team while everybody else just creating so much pressure. Looks like we're going to start here potentially with Cranial. We got the Lucio boost to see if they can get there first this time. Ooh, they have to back off here a little bit. Wait for their whole team to get here.
Lucio was not able to play, sadly, coming from Black Claw here. Oh, Luke was not able to bring the whole team up. Absolutely massive plays. Oh my God, Night Dog, Genji, and freaking Reaper just destroying the entire enemy team. That is some very, very impressive DPS coordination there.
Yes, and you saw a drone coming in also with the cleanup with the Night Dog there.
Huge.
Just getting the eliminations together. This is the team cohesion is beautiful. Look at him front lining with the deflect.
Oh my God, right in the face of that Junker Queen. That was devastating to see. Very good play from Genji. This is why Genji's such a devastatingly hard opponent, and that's why if it's up to me, I'm banning Genji if I get to choose comp fans.
Go back to the play, go back to the tapes and see when I said at the beginning, get rid of Genji. He is terrifying.
He's such a scary guy.
But Cranial, you know, is also a scary Reaper, so we're gonna see what they're gonna be able to do. We've got potentially Blade coming in. Cranial getting the pick on the Queen. He's going behind.
Oh, the biggest Dragonblade. Oh my God. Oh no, not like this. Wow, dude. You are an animal, Night Dog. He's just slaying. Hetty Murphy comes in, manages to take down Reaper. On the
Dirty
opposing
with the... I love seeing everybody get involved in these plays. The supports aren't just being so passive, they're being so aggressive.
An aggressive support that's doing it correctly. Okay, dangerous play there from Mugen. He's getting a little too thirsty, and he's letting that Genji deflect a lot of stuff into his team. I've been there. I've been that guy. You got to be really careful there.
We might see a big Reaper ult here. If he fades, he goes up, goes behind, just like we saw Night Dog do. No, might just walk in there.
Malga popping some serious shenanigans there. Goes and charge forward. Really good takedown. Excellent play from
Here
Drone.
it is. Oh, I thought he was going to ult right behind them.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh, he got taken down. Not before he takes down 3 of them, though. Night Dog and Hetty Murphy, absolutely phenomenal plays. That was a lot of ults. Holy moly. Statistically, more like guaranteed.
Diddly. Wow. Look at the damage. 10,000 damage in that short period of time. And 9,000 from Night Dog.
It wasn't the Reaper takedown?
Wow. Like, don't get me wrong, this is beautiful.
Oh my God, I it just tuned into the, my mouth was open. I was just like in awe watching these crazy Genji plays.
Yeah, like that was phenomenal gameplay. We just really thought that 6-piece was going to be the play of the game there, you know, but wow, the Night Dog and Cranial are putting in work as DPS. How do you survive that? How do you out-heal 10,000 damage that quickly? Clearly.
I mean, okay, so like I was saying, team coordination going into this, it all comes down to team coordination. they had phenomenal team coordination between the DPS to the point that the healers almost didn't even have to be there to enable their plays. Very impressive. So Genji, very, very slippery DPS, and Reaper, very easy to get at a dodge, very high damage up close. So I'm very, very interested to see what they do to combo that.
Ooh, I like this play, the switch up from Black Claw. Looks like they're going to go ahead and go Pharah here to try to get a little bit of space, fly away from those two just demons.
So switched off of the Pharah, I think that was a smart play, especially considering everyone in this tournament has been using Ram. Rams, unless they've changed it since last time I checked, I'm fairly certain that Ram's little mini disruption field that slows people, it actually yanks people out of the air. So it's a very, very good way to contend with both Mercy and Pharah. So if Chaotic is able to switch out and use Symmetra to the highest level, that's going to be dangerous. Night Dog over here camping behind, waiting for them to push up past him so he can mess up the back line. Very smart play. Good patience coming out of him. Symmetra putting up the teleport gate so that she can get some very, very good positioning up top. He's going to pop around behind, and they don't know what's happening. Excellent takedown on Soldier. Good, good, good. And he's running. Heals up. Good, very, very good combo fire from his team. Statistically doing a great job of holding it back. Ram drops in front of the damage field with the slow effect. Very, very nice.
And we see the switch up now that we have Cranial. Oh, switching a Soldier.
I think Cranial has been running Soldier almost this entire time. Going more poke. Has it been Reaper?
Yeah, he was Reaper the last round. Yeah, I didn't realize he had switched to Soldier. And Night Dog just creating so much damage in the back line. Chaotic does get the pick though on Night Dog, but it's not going to be enough. Statistically was able to get far more picks here. Black Claw's just going to have to back off, go back to the spawn, wait together, and then all push up here. You see Cranial.
I think Cranial switched to the Soldier play because he's able to enable more long-range shenanigans. Yes, Reaper can get past, and yes, Reaper can get close. The problem is, if Reaper pushes out of that back doorway right down there that we're seeing on the left, he will die instantly to people respawning and to the entire team because they're being held in the corner. So it's a smart play to mix it up. Wow, man. That was a phenomenal deflect coming out of Genji right there. Night Dog is just really good.
He's him.
He's him. You're right.
He is him. There's a lot. There's a lot of ults right now that Statistically has available to them. Almost everybody on their team has ults. I'm curious to see how they're going to manage this. There goes one.
What a massive grab. Wow. At least 3 picked up right there. Not sure why I didn't pick up the Ram, but very, very impressive plays there. Good combo ult. We do still have the Annihilation Field. Only 2 of the ults have come out. I believe that Night Dog is actually using his Dragonblade now. Sadly, it's a wasted ult. You hate to see it. Unless, of course, you're on the opposing team, and then I love to see it.
Did get a lot of cleanup duty, though. The entire team just making quick work as soon as that ult was popped.
Mugen is making contact. Oh, my God. Very, very good. Tries, does his best. He's not able to stay alive. Very unfortunate. Good takedown coming out of Hetty Murphy and Drone. Really good rock.
Love the position by Cranial to get behind the team, pop the visor, gets at least 1 pick, and then gets back for the heals. Drone now popping ult, but huge!
Yes, takes him down. Massive plays. Drone's still alive, though, with the Annihilation Field.
Can Statistically stay alive here? Is Black Claw going to be able to capitalize?
Miracle ult is out. That's going to be tough to deal with. I don't know. Aphrodite really, really playing that well. Statistically might be able to hold that down. That double shot speed is so, so huge.
Yeah. Dirty was able to do a lot of healing in that short amount of time to just be able to keep the rest of the team alive. Now they're full back 6, and Black Claw could not capitalize on that huge Deepa Bomb.
Very, very nice plays here. Statistically, very, very efficiently holding back that sideline there. Looks like we have 20 more seconds. If Black Claw is not able to push up and take point, or at least get on it, there's not going to be able to do much. Oh my goodness, triple down. Eddie Murphy takes down yet another one. Really, really good plays from the tank and DPS. Night Dog takes down the Ram. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Beautiful team plays. once again, Aphrodite getting involved in the eliminations, and so did Dirty. Just seeing supports playing so aggressively to help their team out. What a great team play by Statistically. If you're Black Cloud, what do you think you got to do here?
It's a tough call, especially with Dirty Bird over here. I mean, he is playing his mind out with the grabs, with the heals, and he just has very, very good tree placement. Truthfully, I don't really know. When you have someone like Statistically who's that good at holding a lane, all you can really do is, I guess, switch to a little bit more of a divey style. Try to get behind, kill the healers, and then you can destabilize and ideally sweep the entire rest of the team. But it's tough to do. I mean, Statistically is hitting their shots, are doing a phenomenal job, and I mean, going up against Night Dog and Cranial as a combo is crazy to me. I will say that Cranial is switching to the Freya. I have not seen a lot of Freya play, but I know she can pump damage with that crossbow.
And with the accuracy that we know that Cranial has, I'm very excited to see what this hero can do. I also, when I play with her, listen, I've got terrible aim, first of all, so I don't do very well with her, but I often am not seeing a lot of people work to her full potential, so I'm very excited to see what Cranial is going to do here.
For sure. I think there's a lot of potential for both teams to be able to pull out of it. Mugen does stick with the Ram, clearly is very, very confident with that. I will say in 6v6, it seems like Ram is basically a staple at this point. Chaotic God switching to the Reaper, Blue Queen switching to the Junkrat. We're going to see if they can pull it out.
Oh my
goodness. Night Dog takes down Sully instantaneously. That was huge. Heavenly. Oh, the Mercy got, oh my goodness, gets taken down. Night Dog, phenomenal block, deflect, and bounces back. Anytime you are firing a bullet at Genji, if you see that come out, you need to stop shooting immediately or you will die like you just saw right there. Very quick.
And that is
oh
game that quickly.
That was just, oh my goodness.
It looks like somebody was going back to spawn or coming out of spawn really late, and unfortunately, Statistically took that and ran with that.
Cranial got play of the game with the Soldier. Okay. Wow. Good combo fire. You see Night Dog absolutely sweeping in the back there too. Does get taken down. I mean, dude, statistically, from what I just saw right there, Statistically is statistically likely to win the tournament. But that was a good play. That was really, really good. I'm not mad at that at all. And again, that is not to say that the other team here, Black Claws, was doing a bad job. They were doing the most. I don't know what I would do against those two DPSs. I mean, those guys were monsters.
Yeah, like how do you shut that down? It wasn't that it was just one. It was the both of them. The tanks were able to just support them, and then even the supports in there getting involved, and everybody's doing a bunch of DPS. In that kind of situation, you switch it up, play different tanks, try to shut them down as best as you can. But my goodness, when you have a difference in just... These guys are good. They are, you can tell that they are fierce competitors. And, you know, unfortunately, sometimes it's just a matter of there's a skill gap and there's literally nothing you can do. You played your best. Black Claw, we saw them absolutely decimating the Hotties earlier, doing a great job in certain, like, situations. And then, you know, coming out here and statistically it was just showing that, you know what? We're here to play it. We're here to get to the finals, which they just successfully did.
100%. And I will say again, ultimately what it boils down to is taking center control first. And again, you have advantage of that when you are playing in. So that second map we just saw, Midtown, when you're defending, you're taking the bus first and you're locking in. I like to hold that front corner, much like they were doing there. Clearly, statistically, like to hold further back towards the bus so that they can watch that entire central lane and really lock it down. They'll have one or two people who will push up, usually the DPS, and then the rest of the people will just kind of shoot in the back. So Genji, phenomenal job of switching back, turning around behind the enemy team and disrupting. Honestly, the play with him standing behind the dumpster worked out so well.
Yep.
The soldier turned around. Poor Sully was like, where am I looking right now? Who's shooting me in the back? It was good setup. So clearly very, very good map knowledge, very, very good usage, and everyone has been doing an incredible job. So for this next match, ladies and gentlemen, I am being told that it is going to be production before I say anything. Okay. Okay. All right. Never mind, chat. We're figuring out one last thing or two. With that said, very, very good tank plays coming out of both sides. I'm a tank main. Again, I love tanks, and I love seeing good tank plays. The DPS combo coming out of Statistically, I am so curious to see how anyone is going to contend with that. I mean, huge, 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 huge.
Yeah, because I have a sneaky suspicion that even though maybe Genji and Reaper might get banned, I have a suspicion that they're going to be able to play other characters extremely well. So I'm very curious to see what they're going to be able to pull out and how the next team that is going to get to the finals, how they're going to adjust. I'm hoping that they're watching this so they can kind of get an idea of what to expect.
I am definitely curious to see that. I will say as well, bans are going to be big in the next match. I'm curious to see what both teams choose. I mean, people know. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm getting Lumi pop off for a second. I have a message from production.
All right, perfect. I'll just talk about once again that we're seeing in Lijiang Tower that when the teams are able to capture the point, you'll notice that there's like a trend, or what's common for a lot of the really good teams is that rather than just sitting on the point and waiting, they're actually going to go ahead and push up where the entrances are for their spawns and really just hold those hallways to not allow them to get back. So we kind of saw Blackclaw do the opposite, where they kind of held back and they waited. Whereas Statistically, we're just right up there, and as soon as they got onto the point, they just held that front line. And it seems like when you're able to push back a team and hold those front lines, you're going to be more successful than not. So teams hopefully can take that strategy to the next round and go ahead and, maybe get to the finals that way.
Okay, so production is letting me know right now that we actually have the first in one of the tournaments I've casted, but we have a disqualification, it looks like. Team Kangaroo has been disqualified due to unsportsmanlike conduct. Production just wants me to specify basically that we like to run a very, very clean tournament here, and we do not tolerate disrespect of staff, competitors, or casters. Team WiWipop is actually coming back now that Kangaroo has been removed, and is going to be coming to the next match to battle Team Yes, who I don't believe we've seen yet this tournament.
Not yet. So WiWipop might be back on top, depending on how they do in these semifinals here against Team Yes.
We've got a lot of good options here. I do apologize for the confusion there, chat. I think they're subbing in someone else because WiWipop thought that they were out. Anyways, we're figuring it out. So it is working as we speak. But anyways, as far as gameplay today is concerned, I'm very, very impressed with all the competitors so far. They've done a phenomenal job. Even in the ones where it looks like, it looks like they're getting steamrolled. It just sounds horrible to say it because they're just not. They're doing really, really well.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see this as well, because WiWipop did a phenomenal job of I feel like just lane holding, and I feel like also that Statistically did as well. I'm sorry, yes. So I'm curious to see if Statistically and WiWipop are going to be more or less on the same matchup there, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to see, when the matchup's set up. We'll also let you guys know once we know the bans from Yes and WiWipop, what's gonna be happening with them. WiWipop already went ahead and was able to play around, so they have a bit of that warm-up ready. So we're gonna see if Yes is gonna be able to come out and do what Statistically did, which was absolutely dominate here. So I believe Rad might have the ban list for us now.
I am not seeing it. Production, it is Zenyatta and Zarya, Genji and Ana. So that is going to be 2 healers, 1 tank, and this is going to be a good setup.
Yeah, so it looks like WiWipop does have a sub here. We have, instead of Drew, we have a Demon that's going to come in as their substitute. Okay, and now we have Team Yes that I believe is blue, and WiWipop that is red.
Perfect.
Oh, the teleporter.
Really nice Symmetra play. This map is so good. If you can use that Symmetra pop-off, it is so strong to take immediate center control. 10 out of 10 recommend that play. Very, very good play from Lizzo.
Oh, it was nearly a perfect hook. Oh, I like this teleport. That's an interesting portal right to their potential backline, but it was destroyed immediately here. We're seeing a Brig, which we haven't seen by Iridium. Another face that we've seen in these tournaments. Welcome back.
A good Brig is so devastating to play against. They can be very, very difficult. Excellent, good control, and they do a phenomenal job of just maintaining the plays from the opponent. Works particularly well in a brawl composition. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with you know, characters like Lizzo and Ren, who are running Soldier and Symmetra. But those two tanks are going to be solid.
Oh.
Very, very nice play. Great hook, grabbing Sen.
Yes. Unfortunately, we were able to miss that, but we did see it on the kill feed. Now, it looks like we've got ourselves a little hamster here. He's trying to get a little cheeky with it, getting some nice shots here. Just gonna roll right in, pushing them, trying to create that space. Ooh, they get trapped. Gets the ult.
No! Oh my God! Really good grab from Sen. Very impressive. Good try. Not enough, sadly. 2 off the map right there. Catacat does a phenomenal job of pushing them back with the Hoggle. Very, very impressive. Orisa doing a phenomenal job of putting some pressure on the opponent. And Catacat taking the shotgun shots from a surprising distance, still doing a little bit of damage.
Yeah, so what we saw there on the bridge, if you guys were able to realize that, is that Vinny popped ult as Kate popped ult. So the Hog, Vinny pulled them all in, and then the Hog just pushed them off the map.
Very, very nice combo play. You love to see a good combination ult. Whole team pushing in right now. It is a full contest on point. Very, very nice plays from both. Artyom getting absolutely demolished. Manages to stay alive. Holy moly, impressive. Catacat does manage to take down the enemy Rhine. Ren takes down the Juno. Ren manages to take down the other soldier as well. Very, very impressive plays. Oka does their best that they can, but is not quite able to clinch it. Good kill from Catacat as well.
Tried to get the cheeky hook that unfortunately missed. We got Demon just trying to get the point. It is overtime.
Oh, what a knocked back the deflect. Okay. Can't push when you're getting pushed.
And there we go. We got
down on Oka right there. Phenomenal plays. I think that's going to be game right there.
Yeah.
Very, very well played on both sides. Good control. Yes, just got there first. It was that Symmetra play. It enabled so much value off the rip.
Yeah. And you can see even our viewers are torn between who is going to win. 50% for yes, 50% for WiWipop. They know, they recognize the names in WiWipop. They know they have good contestants on their side. And yes, we also have seen some returning competitors. So it's great to see you guys back again. Welcome in, and way to show us that first round, how it's done.
Really, really nice plays coming out of both sides. I'm curious to see how WiWipop is going to adjust. We have a Junker Queen swap. It's going to be Junker Queen swap, and the Hunter is actually going to switch to a
Lifeweaver.
Lifeweaver. Very, very interesting choice there. Again, good Lifeweaver. Very, very good map control. Winston pushing up very aggressively. Is he going to be able to disrupt enough? Yes, already taking position. I think Lizzo did the same play with the teleport. Really, really nice usage of the teleport.
Yep, if you don't have a Lucio, you've got the Symmetra to teleport you on.
Catacat is really slaying out as a Hog. I feel like I have maybe seen them before. They're so good at that. Vinny is doing a phenomenal job of holding, pushing back. Winston is doing the best that he can. It's not quite enough DPS coming out of him. Fantastic team kill coming from almost all of Team Yes into Oka.
Yeah, so this is what I was talking about earlier. Now that Yes has tapped the point, they're just going to go ahead and push up on this lane, try to push them back, and just make them come in one by one here.
Using that Juno circle just to get constant value out of it, as far as I can tell. Pushing up a little bit with both tanks. Catacat's thinking about going to the left, decides not to. They are marking up top. It looks like Symmetra just yeeted up to the top. Very, very good play. Modifying the entire map layout using that one teleport. Very, very smart high IQ play. Good grab. It's not far enough to the left. They did not get yanked around, and they stopped on the wall. That would have been awful for Symmetra.
It looks like the Reaper's going in for a huge ult.
Demon, fantastic hook. You love to see that as well. Let's go. Good shotgun shots. We've got Oka dropping some serious revolver shots down range. Very, very nice plays from Oka.
Yeah, we saw Oka earlier in this tournament very, very good accuracy. Whichever hero he is playing, he is absolutely so accurate. And now you get to see him. What's his name now? It's not McCree, is it? They changed it to Cassidy. That's it. Thank you. I was like, I know they changed his name.
So that tree placement right there, ladies and gentlemen, is really, really good. It is going to enable a lot of plays. There's not really, the enemy team is not really able to shoot it. They have to get all the way in to deal with it. Catacat, wow. What a play. If you guys, phenomenal. If you guys did not see what just happened right there, that was absolutely freaking incredible. They pushed in Catacat, the opposing Sigma pops the, basically like his little like ball thing that like sucks out, it's like a black hole that sucks up all bullets. It's full damage mitigation. To combat that, Catacat hooks him in the middle of the super and gets like a triple or quad. That was incredible. Good trap coming out of Sen.
It's a big pick from Demon here. Iridium getting the picks on Juno.
Goodness. Iridium might be the best Juno I've seen so far. They're absolutely killing it.
That was a 5-piece that they helped get the eliminations on.
Very, very nice combo fire. Sen rolling all the way back to zone. It looks like they're going to try to get a poke. There's no healer back there, so I'm curious to see if they're going to maintain. They are holding them very aggressively on that side. Reaper pushing all the way through. That seems like a dangerous play. Oh, wow. Good tries. Oh, my goodness. I don't know if there's going to be enough, though. Good takedown on Hyper. He's doing a phenomenal job holding. Wow. Wow is all I have to say about that. Phenomenal plays out of WiWipop. Holy moly.
That was incredible. Hyper coming in with that big ult to get the 2-piece and the rest of the team cleaning house. So Oka, if you guys don't know, that is Cheesy from previous tournaments, an absolute demon. So glad to see Cheese back in the tournaments, but in a different game, and I love it. Still slaying out.
Good kills coming up. Lizzo pushing in. Arissa doing the grab. That was a big grab. Pushing them back, not doing that. They're not using the push. And very, very interesting. We've got a Kiriko ult coming out. It's going to give a lot of control to red team. WiWipop is doing very, very well right here. Lizzo popping off. Oh my goodness. Vinny, Lizzo absolutely steamrolling. Very, very nice plays.
We just saw one Reaper do an incredible job, and then Lizzo coming in and saying, I can also do that. Presses Q, gets 3 eliminations there, and because it was at 99 in the overtime, they were able to capitalize on it, get the point back, and the first point goes to Yes.
Very, very nice plays from both sides. Really good. I mean, that was anybody's game. This play right here was so good.
Yep.
So good. So good.
The pull into the push off. That is just great team chemistry, great callouts. Again, sometimes I wish that I could just listen in these lobbies, just sit in their Discord and listen to the callouts that they're saying. Because the dynamics and what is happening just in real time, and you remember like these fights are quick. We're getting to see replays, but in the moment they're like 10, 20, 30-second clips, and then all of a sudden the fight's over, and then it's a go back to your spawn and reset. So it's important for the teams to really have great communication if they want to continue to move forward and, you know, potentially get to the finals here.
Such good play coming out of both sides. The fact that Yes took that so quickly, so much control. I mean, very, very impressive. Yes did such a phenomenal job holding down those lanes, doing the consistent damage. That, again, I can't get over that combo between Vinny and Catacat with just the grab and the pop-off. I mean, because you saw Sigma trying to stop the Hog ult, but it didn't matter because Vinny prevented it from happening. So when Vinny used when Sigma used his orb, Vinny's able to use his ult, stop the orb, and then there's nothing that Sigma can do after that. I mean, he's just gonna get pushed right off that cliff. Huge.
Yeah, so we got we got WiWipop that's on offense, and we've got Yes that's going to be on defense here. So we're going to go ahead and see what they can do.
Absolutely. So again, chat, this right here is going to be Midtown. That's the map that we're on right now. Very, very primarily central lanes. There's a little bit of up and down, but not a lot. We're going to see if Yes is going to hold. Wow, what a shot from Oka. Good Mercy boost too. Neo did a phenomenal job of getting that blue bar on Oka, and they are doing just absolutely incredible team plays. Shooting up, you don't see a whole team typically being on the top of the bus.
Yeah, so we got Sen's Poppy coming in, getting a double elimination, and then Cat and Ren being able to clean up the rest. I thought WiWipop had that with that early pick and then flanking around trying to get the Mercy. I thought they had that.
That was a very, very good attempt. They're going to push up. They did manage to get 2 or 3 in the last one. If they played a little bit, I don't know. I mean, maybe a little bit more aggressively, they might be able to take. It's such a dangerous play, though, because aggression isn't always the answer. Demon, really, really nice play. Uses the ball to get around. Hamster is such an annoying tank to play against. If you're playing against a good Hamster, they're just so mobile, so disruptive, and there's so many things that they can do that will enable plays, and you can't kill them because they'll just get out, you know? Like, Hamster is still alive. Incredible. Oh, the high noon was stopped by the poles. Is that what just happened right there? It was crazy. Ren gets a takedown on the Hamster ball. That is a big, big takedown. Vinny, massive double kill. Manages to help with Lizzo and who's the Mercy? Burning Hair, I guess, take down Oka on the enemy team. Very, very nice.
Yes. Shout out to Burning Hair. They were the only support that last team fight, and they're the reason why their team stayed alive. Gets an early, got picked here, so it's going to have to run back. Let's see if WiWipop can capitalize while the Mercy is getting back, but it does look like Burning is now potentially on the team fight, so here we go.
Oh, I'm hearing a Junkrat. Is Hyper going to get any combo out of that? Oh my goodness, pops. Catacat pops. It was a panic ult, but it's working. What is happening? Absolutely incredible. Oh my god, it's not a panic ult if it works. Oh my goodness gracious, great usage. Visor pops pops off of Ren. They're going to go ahead and keep popping off. Oh my goodness. We are witnessing, wow. Wow is all I have to say about that. That is, the plays that we are seeing right now are incredible.
Everybody, like nearly everybody just pressed Q in that fight. Everybody is now almost at, 20-30% except for a couple of people there. That was a great job by Yes to stay alive. Their supports were down, but they were able to get the final hits on the last 2 that were up.
Very, very good positioning from Soldier. He's holding that high ground, shooting down with the grenades, which is the best way to do that in my opinion. Neo gets the res on Sen. Huge res on their tank. Oh, the hook on the Winston. Oh my goodness, Catacat.
That was nasty.
Such a good grab, and that's why a good hog is so dangerous to deal with. So normally a hog would be pretty ineffective up top. Very, very good visor popping out of Oka. They're trying to do the best that they can here. Oh my goodness, doesn't quite get a kill. Gets a lot of value out of it damage-wise, but not much else, sadly. Good attempts there. Mercy trying to pocket. Isn't enough. Demon got time, moving its way in. We've got another Cassidy popping ult. Oh my goodness gracious. What is happening right now?
The healers are able to keep them alive for so long.
They're doing an incredible job of healing their teams. Both teams are doing an incredible job here.
Man, Burning was taken out early, and Iridium this time was showing skill and just being able to keep the team alive. Unbelievable. We've got 5 seconds now to be able to touch. WiWipop pushing up here.
Good grab, holding the overtime as much as they can. Catacat does pop ult, pushing them off. I don't know if they're going to be able to send it. It's going to be bad. It's a 2v6. Oh, no. Lizzo, whole team basically takes down Ram. Catacat manages to take down Neo. And that's going to be the round right there. Really, really good. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we do have the potential that, because this is a 2-part match. So we have the potential that they can come back here.
Yes. They did get, I believe, 1 tick and just a little bit of the next one. So if WiWipop can hold them to nothing, they could potentially win this.
Very curious to see what operators they choose here. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. They're called heroes in this one. Very curious to see what heroes they choose in this one.
Yeah. We saw Hyper.
Haven't decided.
No, yeah. Okay, so we're just setting up here. So Hyper, we saw that Hyper had switched off, went to Cassidy, and then Oka went over to Soldier, but it's looking like he's gone back now to Cassidy, and Hyper's gonna go to the Reaper here.
we're seeing Sen switch to a Reinhardt. I'm very curious to see how that works for him. Hyper switching to the Reaper is going to be interesting as well. Looks like they're going for a little bit more close-up, more like mano-a-mano style brawler gameplay comp. And we have, yes, sticking with more or less the same thing, Lizzo switching to Hanzo. Very curious to see if we're going to be able to rock with that.
I am so excited to see what this guy's going to do with him.
A good Hanzo is so difficult to play against. I cannot make those arrows hit the head.
Me neither. I'm curious though with the shield tank, what's going to happen if he's going to see the Rhine and is going to go ahead and just switch out here, or if he's going to try to stick with it and take a different positioning here.
I am very curious here. Rhine can be a very aggressive tank and very high quality and get a lot of damage and value. But you have to play, it's a weird combination of just play psychotic and like just smart at the same time. A weird combination of dumb and smart that you have to be to play Rhine, but it's more smart than dumb. It's like you got to heat yourself in there and be able to back it up with smarts.
Lizzo got a big pick, but Neo coming in with the massive clutch res here.
Absolutely. Heals the other healer. We're going to see if they can drop another pylon out there pretty quick. Lizzo and Vinny manages to take down Demon God Time. Taking down that hog. Huge.
Wow, Lizzo with another elimination.
Oh my goodness. What a takedown from Oka. Great kill on Lizzo, who was about to drop one of his teammates. Vinny with the triple. Cat with the double.
Wow. What a team fight that was. Hunter was trying his best, healing so much, but just the Lizzo, the shots coming out was just too much. You can't out heal that, not when they're putting so much pressure on.
Very nice plays coming out of both teams. I mean, you got to watch the play of the game. I mean, they're always just so interesting. Ren over here. I'm curious if this is when he takes high ground. No, it's a different point. I mean, still high ground, yes, but not the one I was thinking. Very nice combo shots coming out of here. I actually don't think we saw this during the match. We saw it from down low. Very nice plays. Of course, again, Soldier, if you have the high ground and you're shooting down, keep in mind that your head is most of the body, right? So you have a much easier chance of hitting the headshots, but he's still nailing those. He's doing a phenomenal job, playing very intelligently. Mercy was doing the best that she could to keep those teammates alive, but I mean, a good Soldier and everything else just manages to hold them back.
Yeah. And that officially means that Yes is moving on to the finals. So we're going to see Statistically and Yes coming up soon.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with the semifinals coming to a close, our teams will be taking a short break to strategize, and we will be moving into the Dragonblade Arena League 6th edition finals here shortly. Lumi, we have had some absolutely amazing gameplay tonight. What do you think is going to happen in our final matchup round?
Yeah, so before I get into that, make sure to vote in the polls who you think is going to win. Is it going to be Statistically or is it going to be Yes? Both teams absolutely dominating in the semifinals, so this finals is going to be big. I'm excited to see, honestly, which team is going to win. Both of them came out so strong. I don't know how each other is going to respond to the strengths of the DPS that they're seeing and the heals that are being done. It's just incredible. But before I dive too much deep into that, Rad, it looks like we've got some new viewers joining us here in chat tonight. Would you mind giving them a quick rundown on the Dragonblade Arena League, the 6v6 edition, before we get into the finals?
Absolutely. So for those of us who are just joining us during the break, welcome to the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition. My name is Rad Savage. I'm your play-by-play caster this evening, and in the booth with me today is my co-caster and game analyst, Luminestro. Now, as part of our ongoing commitment to to supporting our community, KTN is contributing $210 to the prize pool of our own cash here for tonight's tournament. We can't wait to see how the rest of the action is going to unfold, but soon we're going to find out who's going to come out on top. So, really fast, let's go ahead and recap the map pool and scoring system one last time before moving into the fights and tonight's final matchups and all that good stuff. The first map in tonight's rotation is going to be Lijiang Tower. This is a control map where teams will fight to hold the center point in a King of the Hill style game mode. The first team to reach 100% on the objective will be declared the winner of that round. Second in the rotation is Midtown. This is a hybrid map where in the first round, teams will attempt to capture a control point and then escort a payload through up to 2 additional objectives. The team who pushes the payload the furthest will be declared the winner of that match. In the event of a 1-1 tie, which I think we've already seen once today, the tiebreaker in our rotation is going to be New Queen Street. This is a push map where teams will fight for control over a robot. The team that pushes the bot the furthest will be declared victorious. Let's take a moment to give a huge shout out here to our incredible staff here at KTN. These tournaments would not be possible without you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Everyone in chat, show some love and support for our staff members, ambassadors, and KTN partners that are in the panels below, all right? To anyone interested in competing in future tournaments or leagues, please make sure you head over to our website at kicktournamentnetwork.com, where you can find all of our socials, the event scoreboard, KTN merch, and upcoming events as well. Please keep in mind that these are not professional tournaments necessarily. If you want to play and you love the game, anyone of any skill level can participate. There's no, we're not going to hold people back. If you want to play, we would love to have you. So Lumi, would you tell us about scoring?
Yeah, so again, scoring in the Dragonblade Arena 6v6 edition is based on an integrated systems of the game modes Control, Hybrid, and Push. Teams earn points through a match format where they compete in a series of 3 maps. Each map win contributes to the team's overall score. A team must score 2 points in order to be declared the winner of that matchup. While we give our competitors time to prepare for the finals, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, so don't go anywhere. The KTN will be right back.
At KTN, our vision goes beyond tournaments. It's about creating immersive, unforgettable moments. So we're creating events that set new standards, raising the bar for tournament websites, and creating content that invigorates you. But most importantly, this experience is exclusive to the Kick Tournament Network.
Team to regroup. Oh, he's gonna ult on the Cloak and Dagger from the hallway, potentially end up getting the Magneto pick. What a phenomenal place. He's gonna get 3 for it, get the other Star-Lord. Is he gonna get 4 for it? He absolutely is. That's a 4-piece.
He's coming up, he's going for it. He lays out the shatter, he's able to pick up a couple. Double fire strike, 3 eliminations.
He's taking some great looks. He doesn't know exactly where he is. If I'm DJ, it's a 1v1. I'm gonna take this, and DJ takes him out for the win!
Which one's your favorite? Mine's Tracer. She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here.
Before me, I see the future.
You know there's more out there, don't you?
Even the best journeys end. But a new one is right around the corner.
He's coming up. He lays out the shatter. He's able to pick up a couple. Three eliminations by himself, essentially. We got a high noon coming out of Blitz. Oh, able to pick up Signup. That's a huge pick for them. Gonna get some shots on the Doomfist. Bliv goes down. Sao snipers. The Nemi with the pulse bomb takes down Sao and Water Diablo. That is a DPS and a support down from one ult there. And I've seen a lot of games get won because simply of a Genji ult. There's that play of the game. Benji with the triple knockoff right there. Tracer trying to get in there. We've got Signup. Oh, big shots there on Botman. Let's Shafir with the just rack it and send it. Now we've got a Discord orb on Rhine. And he's going to pop that ult with a negate the pulse bomb there. Huge play by Zen. Train goes down. Nice job. And then we're going to demech. Oh my gosh, Benji. Benji popping up. Don't challenge him. Don't challenge him. Leave him alone.
Who dares confront me?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to crown our champion of the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition. It is finals time, everyone, and we're coming to you live exclusively on Kick.com. The viewers are hyped, the players are ready, and now they play for it all. Welcome to the Kick Tournament Network. My name is Rad Savage, and I'll be your gameplay analyst this evening. And we are launching right into the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 Grand Finals.
Ooh, I am excited. We got Statistically and Yes coming in. And fun little fact for those of you watching, these are a bunch of friends all coming in together. Both teams have friends, acquaintances, people that they know on the opposite team. So this is going to be a friendly but really good battle for a little bit of those bragging rights.
I'll also say that I'm very curious to see, clearly this is two very different, very similarly skilled people, I should say. So like, basically what I'm noticing right now is that we have on Statistically, we have Night Dog and Cranial, who are phenomenal two-stack DPS that it can single-handedly win. We saw that in their last matchup against Black Claws. With that said, we do also have Yes, who showed against WiWipop that Kat and Vinny are a double stack of tanks that can do almost the exact same thing. Both healers on both teams do a phenomenal job of enabling plays, keeping things going, and figuring out what's going on. So I am really, really curious to see if the double tank is going to take more advantage or if the double DPS is going to be the one to take it. Very, very nice.
Yeah. And tonight I am not caster cursing. Please don't ask me to think who I think is going to win because I plead the fifth. I shall not say it.
All right, folks, it looks like we are getting roughly started here. Again, we're going to be starting on Lijiang Tower. I'm curious to see if we see another Symmetra play. So, overlay will be popping up in just a little bit here. We should be seeing some... Oh, yep, Catacat jumping right back in with the pig. I mean, I wouldn't use anything else either if I was that good.
Mm-hmm.
Vinny jumping in as Zarya. I should mention as well that we only have 3 bans this time. So we have Anna, who was picked by both teams. Anna, Wrecking Ball, and Genji. So we do have, I don't know, especially, it's extra interesting to me because both teams know each other so well that they're probably trying to actively screw over the other team. I would love to see Azaria. I want to see Vinny do so well here. I'm so curious to see this.
Are we seeing a triple support? Oh!
What? Okay.
Oh, they're choosing all to jump off the map for the first? I love this. Wait, are they going to 1v1? Or are they just going to...
I don't know either.
They're all just jumping off the map.
Oh, wait. Okay. You don't get to see often enough. No, can't say that. You ever have that moment where your filter kicks in and you're like, oh, thank God. Okay, it looks like production had the teams backwards. Sorry about that, chat. We're gonna figure it out in just a second.
Yeah, we'll just wait and figure out what was going on. Clearly, they knew something that we didn't. So we'll just wait for the correction. I was so hyped. I was so ready to see what was going on here.
Yeah, I was like, and then I saw a whole team just die. I was like, wait, what?
No.
All right, so Lumi, while we're waiting here, what do you think? Do you think the DPS double or the tank double is going to come out on top?
I don't know. How do you shut down Cranial and Night Dog? I know they got rid of the Genji, which is going to be big, but I don't know how you shut both of them down. Maybe Lizzo on the Hanzo, but like
maybe. So what I'm thinking is it's going to come down to tank v DPS. I'm curious. What?
We're just getting word that the reason why they did that is they're calling it an Ode to Benji.
Oh God, no.
So the little bit of lore, if you guys are new to the Kick Tournament Network, every Overwatch tournament that we've had that Benji has played, he has somehow jumped off of the map accidentally at one point, and unfortunately he couldn't be here tonight because he is working. And I know, at least for myself, I was looking really forward to seeing him fall off the map just one more time.
And now we have Ode to Benji, you know? And I will say as well, Benji is actually a cracked Doomfist. He's really good. He just winds up whiffing a jump.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah, Benji is a phenomenal player. Shout out to him who, again, unfortunately couldn't be here. And, you know, he's watching, though, and he's excited to see his friends play.
Absolutely.
So
we have Catacat jumping in as Pig, Vinny jumping in as Ryan this time. I think this is the first time we've seen Vinny play. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Torbjorn. I lied. Who is the other tank on it? Am I blind? Yeah. Something's up. Chat, production is ironing out some kinks at the moment, but while we're getting de-kinked here, I don't know. Lumi, what's your favorite sandwich?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, you know? Why not?
Good. Yeah, you know, a good old Reuben. Who doesn't like a good Reuben,
myself.
you know? Oh yeah, that is a good
Philly
one.
Philly cheesesteak, you know, little bacon in there.
Oh, who doesn't love good bacon?
I'm telling you, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I guess
just bear with us as production kind of figures out in the back end what's going on. And you know, we're just you know, getting you guys ready, you know, giving you guys just a little bit, getting you prepped for the finals. It just means that, you know, we're getting you guys even more excited to get going into this finals.
We're actually doing this intentionally to build suspense for that last match. Yeah.
That was the word I was trying to find instead of the other word that only was coming to mind. But I'm excited to see what these teams are going to do. Curious to see. I'm glad that Anna's blocked and out of there. I don't like playing against an Anna. Like her anti just ruins games. I know it's part of the game. I know it's in there, but my goodness, when you can't heal, you know, it's an unfortunate situation. And she's banned quite often, so I'm not surprised to see her banned here in the finals.
No, in high level play, Anna is probably the most used support, or was at least when I was playing a lot. Very, very strong. Because I mean, so for example, Catacat is coming in with the Hog, right? Hog the one thing that makes it, well, two things, is the hook, and then also that the puff. When he uses his inhaler or whatever, he winds up healing a huge amount. The anti prevents you from healing and makes Hog actually killable much, much faster. So the whole point of that tank is nullified. So obviously, Catacat, as I mean, so far kind of a one-trick pony on this tournament. I'm sure they can play other tanks as well, but clearly they're very, very good with the Hog. I think they're doing that just because they want to remove that, but not seeing the Ana chosen on the other side as well. I was trying to figure out which tank they were trying to protect on Team Statistically as well. Wait, now I'm confusing myself about which team is which. But anyways, I want to see what both teams choose. Catacat, definitely I understand, but I don't know the other one being that necessary for Anti.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what, you know, it comes down to. Now it looks like we're going in again.
I've never felt better about this. All right,
there we go.
All right, now we are feeling frisky.
We're back. We're on the correct map. We're on the correct teams. And here we go.
Right.
There we go. So what we were seeing earlier accidentally is that Cranial and Night Dog were with Vinny and Cat. So now the teams are on the correct sides here. So we're seeing the tanks on the right teams.
All right, so Catacat and Vinny going with a Hog and Zarya play. I don't remember seeing a lot of Zarya on the last one. I'm curious to see how this goes. I think they did start with Zarya at one point, but I don't remember seeing much of it. Maybe that was the last one that they wound up jumping off.
Yeah, she was banned, so they didn't get a chance to play her.
Cranial starting off with a Reaper here. We have another Ram and Mauga combo. Interesting. Eddie Murphy switching it up, going Mauga instead. Thinks the Coliseum might work. Okay, wow. Yes, does manage to take immediate control, but oh my goodness, that drone placement, they're just not having it. Cranial gets behind, excellent takedowns, trying to do the best that they can to pump some damage and to just separate that center zone.
We got Night Dog that's not going to be a DPS here, but healing, but realistically, a Zen that can DPS is scary.
100%. If you can hit your shots, it's terrifying. Production is reminding us right now that they actually banned the Genji, which is why they're not able to use their primary character. That said, I am curious to see what he's able to do with Zen. If you can hit your shots with Genji, you can hit your shots with Zen. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think this is very interesting. They're actually triple supporting here with Aphrodite, Knight, and Dirty. Oh, Cranial gets shut down, loses the ult here. We have Statistically.
The Zen ult from Night Dog, very, very good play. Does kind of prevent some plays from the other team. Catacat tries to get the hook, doesn't pull it off. Wow, manages to knock one off. Very, very nice plays.
Yeah, I love this smart heads up play by Statistically. They knew that they were going to be outmatched, so instead of prolonging the fight, everybody just jumps off the map, and it's a very fast reset for them. They were able to capitalize. They got the point first. They got 40%. And now Yes is starting to tick up that time now.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of center control coming from Aphrodite here. Enabling plays with Kiriko, trying to give boost and holding off for the, I forget what it's called, but the you know, anti-debuff. Cleanse.
So it's looking like Statistically is going to Yes is going to back off here. They're not going to hold like they had been doing. They're going to actually let them come a lot closer to the point than they did the last time. Beautiful
what a hook from the Hog.
What a nice life grip. Wow.
Literally got pulled both ways.
Yep.
Oh my goodness gracious. It's terrifying hitting that side. If you've ever played on this map before, you will realize what we're talking about here. They're going to try to push you off every time. Zarya pumping a lot of damage. She's charged up to 80%. Zarya, when she is around 70 to 100%, she will deal so much damage. Vinny, let's go, man. You love to see a good Zarya. Catacat does manage to take down the Ashe as well. Cranial not quite able to clinch that. Massive place.
What we did get to see earlier, too, is Iridium was just going in there as a support main, said, I don't care, I'm just going to go ahead and swing as Brigitte, so that was really nice.
I'm so curious to see how quickly they notice the shots in the back here. So Lizzo has put up turrets on the back behind both teams. They're focusing on the front. I don't know if they've taken them down yet. They have. They saw them almost instantly. Nope, they were redeployed. redeployed. It's looking like Dirty Bird did put out the tree to try to protect it. Mauga, wow, what a combo ult. So Dirty Bird protects the Mauga. How did Mauga die inside his Coliseum with, oh my goodness, that was a play right there. I wish that I had seen more of that.
That was unbelievable. So if you guys missed that, while all that was happening, we had a Grav come in, and who was it? Dirty, with the incredible heads-up play, actually put a pedal underneath his team and saved a bunch of them by the pedal being under them, and it just raised them up. And then you just saw the spam of everybody else placing ult and Dirty dropping down his tree. What an incredible play by Statistically. But just unfortunately wasn't enough. Yes, was able to take the first point, but you know that Statistically are a strong competitor, and they're going to try to push this next point very quickly and try to regain control of the situation here.
Vinny using Zarya more like a DPS than a tank, but doing a phenomenal job of placing the bubble where it needs to go. It's looking like Statistically, Red Team is actually going to take a little bit more center control. Yes is splitting up mid and side, which is either going to be a good thing or a bad thing. Let's see how it works out for him.
And with losing that first round, I'm shocked that he hasn't gotten off of it. Kate, oh my god, Cat with another beautiful hook and elimination.
Very, very nice takedowns. A good hog hits those hooks with frequency. It's very, very impressive. Excellent takedown on Cranial there. The nade, oh my goodness. Phenomenal plays from Lizzo, switching to Cass. Very, very nice shots.
Yeah, we love to see the switch on Lizzo here. The accuracy and the aim, just incredible. Yes is able to take an early, point on this. 20% already. Statistically, they might have to go back to the drawing board here and figure out what they need to do. Maybe get off of the 3 support, go the 2 DPS, 2 tanks, 2 heals again.
Good shots coming out of Night Dog here, trying to just put down some fire down range. So if somebody comes around the corner, they're going to take a hit. Good charge on Mauga. That's actually hard to do, to flick to the left hard enough that you're not going to bump the wall. It was a good hit.
Iridium on
There's no way he hit that hook. What a shot! Catacat is a monster with the hook. That was insane. Pops the ult, pushes them back off the point, and that is just going to maintain so much control. There's nothing the drone can do to get out of there.
And then Ren with the cleanup duty with the ult going in, able to push them, like you said, all the way back. We might get a big ult here. It looks like Lizzo is setting up for a big one. There goes the Kitsune. Let's see what's going to happen. Everybody going to press Q? We got the soldier
Visor coming out with the BAP wall in front. Massive plays. The BAP wall winds up being irrelevant because they wound up, oh my god, if they put it diagonally, the soldier could have used ult on the side. High Noon coming out. What a shot. Takes down Night Dogs and Yada. One healer / DPS is down. Great shots coming out of Lizzo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Cranial was shut down. Gets 1 elimination on Burning Hair, but it's not enough. Yes is still up. 4 of their people are still up. 2 of their supports are down. They're going to have to hurry up and get back to the point here.
If I had to guess here, I would think that Zarya is going to force the stop. Yeah. So basically, she had her super as well. Had she chosen to use that, or had they gotten close enough, she could have used the black hole to suck them in and prevent them, because it lasts for a set amount of time and is not destructible. So really, really nice plays coming out of Zarya as well.
And no surprise here. You mentioned it would be tank versus the DPS.
Yeah, the double tank seems to be working out really well so far, but let's see how it goes on Midtown in that second match. Great shots. Man, that's so crazy. Oh my goodness, the hooks, the bumps, all of it. I mean, Catacat is just so good as a hog. It's actually super frustrating to play against a hog that's that good.
Yeah. So if you were Statistically, what do you think you do here?
I mean, if it's me, I'm thinking I'm going to try to generate ult. I'm going to try to sweep the entire team at once and then hold long lanes. There's not really a lot that you can do. It seems like there's just a littlest bit of a skill diff. They're both extremely good teams, clearly. I'm curious to see, because we haven't... It's tough to say, because here's the problem. Ultimately, what it boils down to is, I believe it was Yes that chose to ban Genji.
Yeah.
So you're losing the primary DPS, like, main player on the other team. So it just was a good ban. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, I'd be curious to see if it was a closer match with the Genji and Reaper like they were doing prior. But I mean, that's what it boils down to. With comp matches, it boils down to, you know, the bans that you choose. They can make or break the entire game. That said, I think they're doing a phenomenal job, and the long range that they're doing right now could actually be what they need to take this.
Yeah. I'm hoping that statistically, you know, takes the recommendation and goes 2-2-2 instead of having the triple support here. It was a good play. I understand it, but it just didn't work. And I think now we go back, and it does look like we're going to see Dirty on Ash. This is very exciting. Dirty, again, a returning competitor as well. Excited to see what they're going to be able to do on Ash here.
Great AoE shot coming out of Ash. Dirty Bird does a phenomenal job. Again, you love to see the Cowboy Bebop skins. Again, nerd over here. I love that show. Good pylon placement. Roughly the same spot it was before, coming out of Iridium this time as opposed to Heck.
Yeah, I think a lot of them know the spot now, which is very, you know, a classic place to put your pylon. It's so hard for the other team to be able to break that down.
Phenomenal play right there. So Zarya, hard counter to Drone's Orisa. Orisa is not particularly good at dealing with laser beams. There's not much she can do there. And Zarya is fully charged. They are giving Zarya whatever she needs to be able to pump damage. So she's going to keep launching these grenades down range, see if she can get a little bit of weakness there. They've switched to Echo, it looks like, on the other team. And a good Echo is hard to deal with.
Can we talk about Cranial already has ult? Oh!
That wasn't Echo? Wait, was that Cranial? Can Freya fly? Oh, my lord.
We got
good shots coming out of... Oh, my goodness. Ren is just hitting those.
Yeah, Yes is just being so active. You see them pulling a lot further back than previous teams. Instead, you know, they respect the competitor. They say, you know what, we know what you guys are capable of, so we're gonna just hold the regular placement here. We're not gonna get too overextended. We're not gonna get too cocky with the situation. And let's go ahead and give him that space. What a hook!
Oh my goodness, what a grab. Vinny and everyone else just takes down Hetty Murphy, which is so unfortunate for her statistically. Losing that tank up front is definitely an issue. Although they're still, oh no, not Dirty. Oh, I got him.
Cat is just ridiculous with these hooks. Paired with Lizzo's accuracy, what are you supposed to do? At the moment you're getting hooked, you know you're getting burned down.
It looks like Statistically's trying to plan, coordinate here, get set up. They know that if they don't grab it soon, they're going to have a hard time. So right now, they're prepping, they're boosting, they're getting ready to go. Ren almost has his ult again, but Night Dog does as well. If Night Dog can get the immortality, and it's going to make a good push if they can make it happen. Dirty Bird has Bob. Are they going to try to do a combo ult here? Aphrodite has the Kiri ult as well.
Bob's out. Let's see if he does something.
Visor from Ren, I believe. Yes, we're looking at a couple different ults happening all at the same time. Drone on Ram now. Night Dog holding down the Zenyatta play, trying to get long range. They're doing the best that they can to take down the... They got the hog. Thank you, Discord Orb. Absolutely impressive play.
That was a great team fight. Night Dog really contributing to a lot of that team fight. A lot of DPS coming out of Night Dog there. I like Cranial's switch over to Zarya here to kind of match that. Hetty switching over as well. So we have Ren now.
Very nice here from Night Dog.
Yeah, Ren switching off from Soldier to Ashe as well now.
Ren holding that long angle with Ashe. Very, very good placement. Kind of a head camp. It works out extremely well from that angle. Good shots coming off of the Ashe. Not quite able to clinch the kill, but a lot of damage, and the healer on the enemy team has to struggle to keep up.
And this is the first time in this tournament that we even get to see a team push the cart to this point.
Very, very nice plays coming out of both teams. Holy moly. Iridium over here. Oh my goodness. Dirty Bird snipes him out of the air. Lizzo absolutely mollywops Cranial. Very good shots from Lizzo. Holy moly. Dirty Bird winds up taking down Lizzo. What just happened? That was like a double team wipe.
Yeah.
That was a crazy reverse grab.
it looks like Team Yes is just going to be able to keep this high ground. I was kind of speechless with how everybody just was able to just push and team fight there. It looks like they're now getting coordinated. Statistically has a couple of ults on their side here, so they're going to go ahead and have to use these to their advantage to be able to push the cart.
Unfortunate, the curve kind of screwed over the dynamite shot there, but it's okay. They're going to go ahead and keep holding. Catacat is going to pop down the trap there on the side. Once that trap is deployed, it is unkillable. Before that, it is killable. They are charging the Zarya on Cranial.
There goes Bob on top. Love to see the Bob placement on top there.
Oh my goodness gracious. Bob, absolutely amazing usage there coming from Dirty Bird, I think. Winds up taking down Catacat. Very important. Catacat seems to be one of the most dangerous players on the enemy team, hands down. Great kills from Cranial, fully charged. 80% is so much damage, chat.
That was massive. While all that was happening, Cranial actually got a 4-piece. Both Bobs were out fighting, and Cranial was able to just build so much charge, and now getting another. Here we go. Statistically is now starting to get into the rhythm here and really pushing the team.
We have seen some absolutely incredible plays coming from both sides. Right now, they're going to hold that corner. If Yes is smart, they're not going to try to push this. They're actually going to wait for the payload to come up and then hold where they can. If they try to push up past this, they're going to be fighting on a long alleyway, which is not the correct play there.
Statistically still got their ult economy, just trying to push. Huge grab, but goes down. Let's see if his team can help him out. There it is. Drone Heady and Journey with the eliminations.
Good takedowns. That's a full wipe on Yes. Iridium is the only one left. Are they going to be able to hold it back, or are they going to try to retreat? Oh my goodness!
The stagger on that. Heady with a beautiful shot. Is Yes going to be able to get back? If they got to get back, they got to get quick. All right, now we got
my goodness, the Kiri ult coming out. They're going to go ahead and drop out. Oh my goodness gracious. We've got a Ram ult popping at the same time. They're taking him down. Really, really good shots from Lizzo. Absolutely incredible. Dirty Bird drone taken down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Round 1 is complete there. 1 minute, 15 seconds. Really good.
Yeah, Iridium had a good pick there at the end, but whew, Team Statistically said, hang on a second. We can adjust. We are just as strong as a team, and let me show you why. Beautiful adjustments on the team, great communication, great working together, and just had Yes on the ropes, and they just couldn't seem to get it together here. So it looks like we're just going to set everything back up. Yes is going to have time to push it all the way. If they do push it all the way, then there's still going to be 1 minute and 15 for Statistically. But we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen in this round. Hopefully, Cranial will stick on the Zarya. Was absolutely killing it. And yeah, it looks like everybody's going to stay the same here. Iridium is going to go Juno. We saw Iridium play Juno earlier on the attack. So it looks like they're going to go ahead and, nope, switch it back up. But Cat, oh no, they're going to switch back up. It's going to make me a liar. It's fine, don't worry. So each team is pretty much staying the same here. We're seeing, Cranial really stepping out, coming out of the DPS role into the tank role, showing some really good gameplay here. They're really going to have to stop charging him up because we know he's got accuracy. We know he's got the awareness. And here we go.
Great shots. Catacat coming out here right up front. Throws the trap down right there. If anyone overextends, they're getting grabbed. There we go. Okay. Let's try to figure out what's going on there for a second. Very nice choice there from the production side. So we can see kind of top-down view here of Cranial kind of holding that close angle. Drone got hooked by Cat. Absolutely massive grab. Cat doesn't miss the grabs. It doesn't help her, though. She winds up going down. Massive team kills from Statistically. Speaking of production, can we get the tags up?
We got Dirty getting an elimination. Cranial getting another piece here, just holding it down for the team. Luckily, was able to get the elimination on Cat before they were able to do so much destruction on that Hog. Luckily for them. You can hear the Hog around somewhere.
Side view mirror wound up screwing over both of those Ash shots, but it's okay. They're going to hit the next ones. I will say as well, they're doing a phenomenal job of not trying not to charge up Cranial's bubble. That said, when you have a team that's as aggressive as Statistically is and doing such a good job of holding off, you never know where the bubble's going to come out. A good Zarya is going to bubble her team more than she bubbles herself. Oh. Excellent kill coming from Cranial onto Vinny. It's the double down. You got the Zenyatta and the Zarya play going into the solo Zarya. There's not a lot that Vinny could have done.
Yeah, we got Aphrodite already with ult. They built it so quick. Dirty almost has ult as well. We've got they're gonna have to hold back. They're gonna wait, and they're all gonna have to push together here. Cat switching over. I like this. If it's not working, switch it up, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Really, really good plays from Ram, trying to block it up. Cat switching to Ram is a fascinating play. I thought she was gonna stay hog the whole time. Very, very nice Dragon. Oh my goodness, that's gonna be a double. Burning Hair winds up taking down Cranial with Iridium. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal plays. Massive team play against Night Dog as well. That is a lot of control there.
Yeah, Vinny came out with the
seconds.
Yeah, Vinny came up with the cleanup there to make sure that they were all pushing back. Statistically now backing all the way up, and Yes is able to push this first cart. Here we go.
Got a lot of plays coming out here. Looks like they're going to hold back. Healers are going to maintain back line on the high ground. That is the most ideal way to play as a healer at this point because they're completely protected. But you want to make sure your DPS and tanks don't push up too far too fast. Vinny does have his ultimate. If he wants to use it, he can. Really good shots coming out of Dirty Bird here. Grab is out.
Go.
Oh my god, reverse grab. What? The back-to-back? Man, what a play. Zen, Night Dog popping off with the ult, trying to keep his team alive. Great shots, makes contact with a lot of his charge bolts.
And out of all those grabs, Cranial was the one that came out on top, getting the elimination. So Yes is down by 1, but still putting on the pressure.
Oh, wow. What a nice play. It doesn't do much, but it's something where you just stop and think, man, I hit that shot.
Lizzo coming in though with Ren, the visor now popped. Now they're gonna go ahead and move up, take some space here. They get a good team kill. It's gonna give Statistically though the opportunity to get back all together here. And look at that, look at the pressure immediately as soon as they see them.
I think Yes is just a little bit staggered here, so this could be a good time for Statistically to try to push up and take that back. Looks like the team was able to make their way back, though, so this might be a pretty dangerous push. Kiriko ult comes out, coming from Yes. Massive play. Was that a counter Kiriko, I think? It's 2 active Kiriko ults. This is going to be a lot of damage popping off right now. Oh, my goodness. Ren is absolutely killing it right now. Cranial is a monster and a half with Zarya. Very impressed over here. Hashtag proud dad. I taught him nothing, but, you know, I taught him everything he knows. You know what I mean?
Statistically coming out on top after all of those ults that were popped. Great counters to all of these ults. I love that the awareness, the recognition that, okay, they're going to pop, so we need to pop here. Great hold by Statistically, just, you know, dropping the time bit by bit. You know, that's a good 20-30 seconds off the clock. They have 1 minute and 50 now to get it to the rest of the way.
Very, very nice plays there from Cranial. You'll notice that he was launching his payload at the stairs, and because he was expecting them to come up there, and the funny thing is they did. He was just a couple seconds off. Oh, that's a lot of charge right there, yikers. Oh, gets taken down by Catacat though. Lizzo, excuse me. Very, very nice shots on Cranial.
We get Vinny coming in on the mix here.
Oh my god, Lizzo just hits those shots with Cass. Absolutely amazing plays. It is hard to shoot those revolver shots for what it's worth, and they are hitting those heads.
Yeah, showing accuracy this entire tournament that they really know how to hit their shots. It looks like Yes is just gonna have to keep going here, and Statistically is gonna have to regroup. It looks like they are going to hold this wall here. But we do have the grab potentially from Vinny that's going to be coming up. They're all together. Might be the time.
Uh-oh. That's a lot coming out of Ram right there. That's a lot of control. Are they going to be able to hold the side? Doesn't look like too much. It's Ram v Ram. Bob is out. We have Bob all the way in the back line. Great placement. Zarya immediately has to turn around and kill it, and team shot. Other Zarya is coming in, pushing up right now. Ooh. The Zen ult comes in and makes basically everyone on friggin' red statistically immune. Holy moly, Eddie Murphy is switching it up, absolutely killing it right now. Ren is hitting some incredible shots as Soldier. Good control from the Ram as well, who assisted in basically all of those. Vinny is slaying right now on Zarya.
Yeah, that was a huge grab by Vinny. Earlier, what we saw was that Lizzo was able to pop ult to get a two-piece right before Night Dog was able to pop ult here, and it looks like they're so close. They have 1 minute and 15 seconds left. Here comes the Kitsune here.
Double Kitsune right there is a reverse. They're trying to combo and outplay by using the exact same ults. Ram pops up. He's trying to do the best that he can. He winds up blocking a lot of those hits. Gets up on Zarya, manages to punch Cranial to death. Oh my goodness gracious. Burning hair. Oh my god, that was crazy. It is 3-3, ladies and gentlemen. We're still going.
Yep. A little recap. I believe statistically has 1 minute and 13 or 15 seconds, or 1 minute and 18 seconds. And Yes has 1 minute.
Man, the level of skill coming out of both these teams is wild.
We love to see this kind of competition, the back and forth, these team fights. Now we're just looking at some travel safety features, you know, folks. Travel safe.
You are allowed to bring robots on the train, but not firearms, which is an interesting choice.
So it's looking like they're just prepping for battle. Right. Our production was just showing you guys a little of the beauty of the map that the Overwatch team was able to produce here. A lot of attention and detail goes into so many things that I know for myself as a gamer, oftentimes I don't give any sort of credit and I just keep walking by.
Catacat maintaining the Ram play. Interesting that they're not going back to Hog or switching it up at all. It did seem to work for him that last time when they switched to Ram. I'm curious to see how Team Statistically is going to try to counter the Ram play.
Yeah, this is bound to be a good fight here. We're going to see if Statistically is able to hold this down. If they win the next one, as a reminder for those of you watching, that we are going to go into a third match, but we're going to see what Statistically is able to do here.
Pushing up very aggressively coming from Catacat. Team Yes is very aggressively pushing up with the Rhine here. We have Ren popping off with the Ashe plays, trying to get the boop with the double barrel. Trying to take down, does manage to take down the sentry turret. Shocking shot. I barely even saw that. I was watching it. I can see the outline. Oh, good blocks, gets good heals coming from Yes. Catacat is doing a phenomenal job of taking out the spare equipment that is coming out from Eddie Murphy and from I think mostly from Eddie Murphy, but 10 seconds left on the clock. If they don't make a play here, it could be dangerous for them.
Oh my goodness.
Overtime.
They're on the point. There's 2 on the point right now. They are capping
it right now. Catacat swapping the Doomfist, trying to get back into the play as fast as possible. Really, really good plays. Overtime is holding. Burning Hair manages to heal as much as she can. It's not enough. The sucky suck from Zarya. Cranial is throwing it down. It is really, really working here. Really good laser beams. 100% charge on Cranial is going to be really hard to come over. They just had to do what they had to do. That was a phenomenal play. Oh my god.
Wow. Well
100%
done.
Charged are.
Yeah. Well done on Cranial to be able to stay alive, and instead of allowing them to capture it completely, was able to jump on the point on the last second, knowing that his team was going to be able to get in and help him out. Wow, what a play. That could have just saved them.
Oh my goodness. The pressure. I'm sweating over here.
We're going to see what Yes is going to come out with. I wonder if Kate's going to go back on the Hog or is going to stay on the... Oh, it is going to stay.
Catacat does stay on the Ramatra. We're going to have Vinny back on Zarya. Cranial sticking with Zarya because it is working. Why fix what ain't broke? Burning Hair stays on the Moira play. Iridium is going to keep that pylon up. Lizzo is hitting those shots with Cass. Ren maintains a Soldier. Very, very easy, consistent DPS. High quality player if you can use him right. And then, I mean, the entire team statistically is really working. I'm very curious to see what Eddie Murphy chooses as far as interesting. Chooses to go Symmetra. All right.
Okay, interesting. Maybe, yeah, Portal in, maybe the high ground setup here. Iridium back on the Alaria. I like this play. He is ridiculously good. And then Burning Hair on the Moira. I love these switches. All right, here we go. So
from top down here, we're going to see Team Yes on the left holding that corner as very, basically everyone. That was such a good ram throw. Oh my gosh. So winds up holding off that corner. There's not a lot they can do. They have to walk into it and then get off of it, which gives them a little bit more control, speaking of them being Yes. Statistically is going to push up and do the best that they can here. They need to try to get at least one pick before they can aggressively push up.
Yeah, they have to, a reminder, they have to get 52% to win this here. Let's see if they can put the pressure on here. They're going to have to start walking in soon. Only 34 seconds. You can't panic, but you got to start moving. There's the teleport. Right to the point. Let's see if they can get behind them. Put the pressure on. They start
Very
capping.
nice Symmetra play.
Oh, I was going to say they're not contesting yet. They haven't contested.
Oh my god. Cranial takes down Vinny, is eliminated by Lizzo. Lizzo takes down Drone as well. That's both tanks down on Statistically. We've got Ren, who just took down Aphrodite. That's going to be what a grenade shot coming out of Soldier there from Yes. Burning Hair managed to take down Dirty Bird. What a nice try. It did not work out, but what a good attempt.
Lizzo might have just won them that game. There it is.
Insane.
Wow. Let's go ahead and watch the play of the game. Congratulations, both teams. My goodness. Ooh, Moira.
Burning Hair got the play? What?
I'm glad the supports are getting the recognition because these supports were just
so strong.
Phenomenal. My
it's
goodness.
Just like
yeah. Every team played so great in this tournament. That finals was not disappointing. These guys are just on a whole nother level. But we've reached the end of our tournament and it's time to crown our victor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our victor. Congratulations to Yes, I'm pretty sure, for winning the Dragonblade Arena League 6v6 edition. Yes, congratulations on your victory. Thank you to all of your our competitors, who participated in tonight's tournament, excluding Yes as well, but including them also. To our viewers, if you missed a portion of this tournament and would like to rewatch a segment, please be sure to check out the VOD on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, which will be uploaded tomorrow. Join our Discord, follow our X, and sign up on the website to stay up to date on all future events. Links are in the channel description below. If you want to participate in one of our tournaments, anyone can sign up. Again, it does not have to be professional players. If you love the game, feel free to jump in. My name is Rad Savage. It was an absolute pleasure casting for you all tonight. Lumi, is there anything you'd like to say before we sign off for the evening?
Yeah, to our winners, we hope that you enjoy your prize from tonight. You all did a great job. I want to take a moment to thank our producer, our game masters, and the entire KTN staff team for making these community tournaments possible. To our esteemed competitors, thank you for your exceptional performance in tonight's event. Your outstanding gameplay has captivated our audience and elevated our community tournaments experience for us all tonight. I'd like to give a special thanks to the winning team. Yes, you guys had an amazing performance. You all played so well, and we hope to see you guys compete in upcoming tournaments and events. Again, to anybody that's interested in competing in future tournaments or leagues, head over to our website, thekicktournamentnetwork.com, where you'll find all of the event scoreboards, our KTN merch, and upcoming tournaments that are upcoming tournaments and events. And again, anybody with any skill level is able to participate. To our community members who support us through donations and subscriptions, we appreciate your support. Thank you all for making these community tournaments possible, and thank you for choosing the KTN. To everybody watching, my name is Luminestra. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you at the next event. Thank you for watching the KTN, and have a wonderful evening.